Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's that time for me, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So whatever time it is for you right now, mark it down, write it in your calendar, or just remember it as most of everyone on right now has. Thanks for joining for a Friday Ask a Vegan Anything live stream. Welcome, everyone, all happy fams who are here. Good to see you. Our moderators, Peter and Uncle, great to see you. And thanks for everyone just for coming and spending a Friday where we talk about any and all things vegan for the most part, as long as they're, appropriate vegan type topics, But yeah, good to see everyone. I thought I saw a question I want to answer earlier. Let's see. I see a few people here that have already received their books. So I want to thank everyone who ordered the Happy Healthy Vegan cookbooks. And I think you see our Happy Healthy Vegan bot chatting it out there. Oh, no, it's not. Well, anyway, you'll see the link come up throughout the live stream throughout the evening here. How we have a sale on our cookbooks. This one, the Happy Healthy Vegan cookbook. We're selling them for like $7 off. And normally 25, we're selling them for 18. If you're happy fam, look in the community post, you get a little even extra off. So I already got the orders out. I saw who was it earlier that said they got it already? I recognized the name earlier. It was, where is it? Joey Fidel, if you're still watching. And Antonio, was that you that ordered one too? I know your screen name here, Ditlo Antonio, but I thought that was an Antonio, the same one and the same. So let me know if that was you. Anyway, I took a big bunch of orders out on Tuesday, but if anyone wants to order more, I still have more stuff to ship out next week. So let me know if you want some more information. Like I said, just stay tuned. You'll see our little chat bot chat it out every like 7 odd minutes or so, the link to it. But anyway, cool. And I'm glad you're here, Sarah, because I saw that dumb, hateful comment, some guy trying to like shame me in some kind of like ageist, sexist way on a short that Angie put out, and I banned him. I was afraid though in my paranoia that I accidentally hit Sarah, because she replied to the idiot. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't. I'm 99.9% sure I didn't click Sarah, but I'm just kind of tired. I went to the gym again, played some intense basketball, so I just didn't trust myself because, I know I make a lot of mistakes after like playing like, an hour and a half or two of intense basketball. If I play chess afterwards, I do stupid stuff. I just give pieces away, or I think I have a rook where I don't have one. I just dumb things like that. So anyway, I know how it's, someone could say, oh, well, veganism debunked it. No, it's called being 56 and fatigued after having played basketball with a bunch of guys in their late teens and mid 20s. So I'm pretty fatigued. So anyway, not as tar as last week, but I did get a nice little bruise today. I had to defend for my first game a guy who was my height, about 6'5", but way bigger than me. He weighed like 250, 260, and he was 24, so I had my work cut out for me. I got a nice little I felt my elbow. I don't think it's bruised anymore. I go, oh my God, I'm gonna get a bruise from this, but I think I survived. I took the charge and I went flying. When you have 260 pounds barreling at you, most people are smarter than me and get out of the way. And me being the defensive demon that I am, I stood there and got the worst of it probably. But I was in the right. It was charging. But who cares if you're gonna like break a bone or something like that? Because I did fall in a weird way, but I think I'm cool. What did you win? You never win anything. I'm just glad I didn't accidentally ban you, Sarah. I'm going, oh my God, because I have so many people in the list of people I banned. It's really hard to find someone. So I'm glad I didn't ban you. Glad you're here. I knew when I saw your name, I was going to feel very relieved. Hey, Uncle, it got to 68 degrees in Hermosa today. You're talking about the high as well. A lot of people are going, what? Yeah, that was the high, like the humanity, huh? Hey, Drew, thank you so much, Drew HT92. Thank you.
I've been looking forward to this all week, slightly smiling face.
Slightly smiling face. Thanks, Drew. Well, I've been looking forward to it all week. I mean, I look forward to doing these all week. I'm glad you are. You don't have to answer. I'm glad. I'm grateful. I appreciate that you've been waiting for this all week. It's something I look forward to all week as well. But thanks so much, Drew, for our first and hopefully not last super chat tip of the day. Oh, Peter, yeah, I did check out all those videos you sent me. That's how I did the vegetable police one. And yeah, that Got Milk, the dairy industry has that video about telling people not to shame others for drinking milk. It was the same idiot dairy industry company that did that one with Aubrey Plaza with the got plant milk one, and they're just trying to be stupid with this one. Like, the fact of the matter is no one is shaming anyone for drinking dairy milk. I mean, very few people are. Let's say maybe there's some vegans doing that, but what I'm saying is, they had I saw the video, Peter, and they had these fake like TV commercial scenarios where like they're couples on a date and the guy orders milk and the girl yells at them and shames them. I mean, they're just trying to be funny. And like that Aubrey Plaza one with the plant milk, it was just, or the wood milk, that was it, the wood milk for Aubrey Plaza. It was just dumb. And this one was even dumber. I mean, if that is, if you can believe that, dumber than the Aubrey Plaza got wood milk one. So it wasn't even funny. Like the Aubrey Plaza one had some kind of odd funniness to it, but it was dumb. So I appreciate you sending that one to me, Peter, but I didn't even want to respond to it. It just seemed pointless. I'd just be saying, look how stupid this is. That'd be pretty much my whole video. 1 minute video. Look how dumb this video is, and that's all I gotta say. So anyway. So Drew, you don't have many vegan friends, and I guess I don't in real life much anymore. I don't get out much these days, and this is the place where I feel like I have a community. You're all awesome. Yeah, I used to go out all the time, all these vegan pop-ups, vegan festivals, vegan everything, and I'm not really doing that much anymore. So yeah, this is my vegan community now, really, to be completely honest with Drew and everyone else. You guys are my primary vegan community. I don't think she said she took a dump in the snow. The snow did the first dump of the season. That's crazy. Yeah, I saw an atmospheric river will be pointing right at you guys, Sarah. At first they said it was gonna hit California. Then the trajectory of these atmospheric rivers changed, and they said no, it's really gonna get Northern California and the Pacific Northwest. So yeah, we're gonna have a pretty nice week next week, like mid-70s. Which isn't terrible for this time of year. That's why California is so desirable. Yeah, it is a great community, Patrick. If I'm not too biased, if I may say so, I agree 100%. But yeah, Uncle points out it was only 68 where he was today. Let me see how it's usually a few degrees warmer here, just slightly across town, because there's different there's hills and stuff blocking the wind. Let's see. Oh, it said 68 here too. Okay, pretty much the same thing. Uncle, Christmas lights, outdoor or indoor? Because we don't own any outdoor Christmas lights. And indoor Christmas lights, we do have some. And we sometimes put them up. We have this old like 50s or 60s plastic Christmas tree, a vintage one that Joey, we got from our friend who's into collecting vintage stuff. He gave it to us one year, Joey. But we don't put it up every year. So if we do, those will be where our Christmas lights go. But no, we don't really do much around here, to be honest with you guys. We're just kind of like, it's not like we hate Christmas. We're just not big holiday people. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if I'm being antisocial or weird or something like that. Just Angie and I aren't really, I guess we don't have kids and family, and since neither of us are like, woohoo, Christmas is so important to me, I really need the light. Neither of us are like that, so we're both just kind of lazy about it, or just really not that motivated to get the plastic tree out. But the one thing that motivates me to do it, honestly, is the cats. They love it. They love all the stuff. So anyway. Hey, VLAM, good morning to you, right? That's what you have going on for you, morning. Yeah, evening for a lot of us out here. So anyway, Ditlo, you're not big on the holidays too? Yeah, you can understand. Yeah, just some people really enjoy holidays. Some people are kind of meh, and we're just a little bit below meh. We're not haters of the holidays. We're just kind of like, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're about like a 3 or something like that. Fu Man Poo, how about that vegetable police dude? Yep, how about him? Yeah, I mean, in fact, yeah, Peter sent me that video, as I mentioned earlier, and when I first saw it, I go, he's just going to do that same thing again, where he talks about how he eats food and it doesn't make him feel right in his stomach and blah, blah, blah. there's nothing for me to respond to here. I'm not like a doctor or nutritionist or something like that, you know. Anyway, then he started saying all this dumb, you know, stuff about veganism, like it makes you lose muscle when you shake hands with people. Your hand bones get crushed, and God said to not be vegan. All these things. Like, okay, now I can respond to this video, you know, because again, I'm not here to nitpick people's diets and say, hey, if you were to change this thing about your diet and eat this other food instead, your health problems will improve. I don't know that, you know. I'm not a doctor, so I really don't like to make those sorts of videos because, you know, when you get down to it, you know, people don't know what they're talking about. People aren't trained to make such recommendations with any kind of like authority, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just kind of stick to my lane, which is you know, critical thinking, logic, and evidence-based thinking. Yeah, I don't want to say anything bad about him, Ditlow, like that, you know, but I kind of suspect that. I mean, all my red flags are going off about what Ditlow said here. I didn't want to say that or even suggest or hint about that in the video, but yeah, all those red flags are going off for me on that. A lot of red flags for several things, but that's one of them too. So Drew says for him, the holidays always means getting together with family who aren't vegan, and you have to bring your own food, of course. Some sort of comment is always made. Not a big fan. Well, at least now, not to say you didn't know before, but now you're fully able to respond to any comment that anyone makes about anything about veganism. So if anyone in your family has anything cute or smart to say, you know how to respond. Let's see. Peter asked, "Hey Ryan, did you see that Paul Herb had a interview with Dr. Greger, and he critiqued his diet? Who? Oh no, I didn't see that. Let's see. Who got their diet critiqued? Did Greger critique hench herbivores' diet? I'd be curious. What did assuming I got that right, Peter? What did Greger say about hench herbivores' diet, or did hench herbivore critique Dr. Greger's diet? That either way, both ways, that would be kind of interesting. I wonder what Dr. Greger would say about the way I eat. Just kind of curious. Hey, aloha, AJ. Good to see you. There she is. Let's see. Hey, Jokic, how's it going? Foo hates the commercialization of Christmas. That's what bums a lot of us out too. Us kind of more, you know, wear sensitive type people. And I never get any cool gifts, just a box of rocks. Who gets you the box of rocks? I didn't know that was an option. Gee, maybe I'll get Angie a box of rocks this year. Do you like the box of rocks? I don't think so. She'd probably prefer some K-pop thing. Yeah, it was interesting. Too much protein. So I assume that's Dr. Greger critiquing hench herbivores' diet. But you know, I mean, look at them. They're both very different physically. Hench herbivore, you know, is a bodybuilder. Like, you know, that's the person that, whether you're vegan or not, those are the, you know, typically, you know, those are the people that seem to require or think they require. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Those are the people that use a lot of protein. So it seems appropriate in hench herbivores' case, is what I'm saying. But for Dr. Greger, or many of us who aren't into bodybuilding, and Dr. Greger, as far as I know, doesn't even really lift. Those protein requirements that hench herbivore is, you know, trying to hit, don't apply. Yeah, he's trying to do something very specific and very kind of rare, sort of. But he gave him a 9 out of 10, good review. He just didn't like the protein thing. Travis, he wants the rum? Is that what you do during the holidays, Travis? Yeah, Gregory critiqued his diet. Okay, Peter. And he said he was pretty good, although he should get rid of the protein powders. But what about the muscle mass gains? I mean, does Dr. Greger know with any authority that hench herbivore could just eliminate all protein powders from his diet and lifestyle and still be able to maintain and put on muscle? Did that question come up? Because Dr. Greger could say that, but if I were in hench herbivore's place as a weightlifter, and, you know, kind of makes his public persona known as being, you know, a bodybuilder type, that's really important. So I wonder if Greger had any convincing answer about that. Yeah, I heard about that twin study too, Sarah. I saw one of the researchers post about it on X. Actually, I still fire up X once in a while. Yeah, but basically they found I think 20 pairs of twins, are adults, not babies or anything like that, and they separated them into some kind of healthy plant-based vegan diet. And I don't know what the other diet was. It wasn't vegan, let's say. Just I don't know if it was a healthy meat-based diet or not. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, the vegan group had significant differences between the non-vegan group, being, if I remember right, lower LDL cholesterol for the vegan group, and lower body. They lost weight compared to the non-vegan group. So anyway, yeah, it's interesting, and it'd be great to see that study done again, the same methods more or less, with a larger group than like a sample of 20 pairs of twins, 40 people total. Hey, Nothingness, thank you for our first YouTube super chat tip of the evening. Our first one was from Drew on Streamlabs, which is from that little posted pinned message I have up in the top there. But yeah, YouTube is great as well. I don't turn off. I want to thank you though. What is my opinion of spirulina? Isn't that like a greeny kind of powder or something like that? If I remember, I used to take it in the past when I was more experimenting with different like nutrients and stuff like that. But no, I don't remember much about it, if that's it. I don't remember what it does, and I don't remember if it made me feel... I think I would have remembered if it made me feel better. I'd probably still be doing it or something like that. But yeah, I found I just found it was kind of expensive. I guess in my early vegan days, we had a larger annual income, so I was able to experiment freely a little bit more without having to worry as much about the costs. And things are really expensive now too because of inflation. So yeah, I just found I didn't really need any of those expensive supplements. I tried all that stuff. Chlorella, is that the other green one? Like even weird crap too, like Shilajit, that weird Himalayan rust-colored powder, and all sorts of super foodie type things, goji berries. Let's see, reishi mushrooms and stuff like that. I tried a lot of stuff, and I found like, okay, it was cool. I had fun. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying they were bad or that they're a scam, but I found it. If I didn't do that stuff, I was fine. I didn't really notice any differences. I didn't seem like my blood tests any better or worse. So, yeah, I don't bother with that stuff anymore. It just seemed like a huge investment that might not really cash out, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that's my take. Too green for you, AJ? And yeah, there's some possible toxicity issues and stuff too. You're absolutely right, VLAM. Hello, V. Oh yeah, you came. I remember you said hello, good day, evening. Oh, and there's our Streamlabs chat bot there. It says save $7 on our cookbook right here. This $7 off. So it's usually 25 because it's a big ass book, giant big pages, full color. Anyway, we've dropped it down to 18. And all you happy fam, we sent you guys a code on the community tab, on the community page, I should say, for even a few extra bucks off. So order them. I'm still, shipping stuff out. I'll be going to the post office next week, most likely on Monday, Tuesday at the latest, and I'll ship more stuff out. Sweet Potato Sister, yeah, she pops on once in a while now, Drew. I believe she's started is it nursing school? Was it, guys? I know her schedule kind of changed, but she does pop on from time to time. Yeah, nursing school. Yeah, thanks, Fu. But yeah, we'll see her maybe once every 3 weeks or so, something like that. Yes, and like the video, guys. The YouTube algorithm really doesn't like us, hasn't liked us since maybe like 2019 or so. So yeah, let's try to rig the algorithm a little bit and show the algorithm that people like what we do. So yeah, anytime you watch one of our videos, guys, if you really want to see us try to get a little more traction with YouTube, a few more views, yeah, just hit like. We really appreciate that, because like I said, the YouTube algorithm, yeah, I don't know why it just doesn't like us anymore. Maybe I'm not as crazy and wild and divisive. It seems to have taken a little bit of bias against veganism suggestions, in my opinion, too. But anyway, I just think the kind of content I make is kind of not like the kind that gets people fully outraged or something like that. Let's see, Peter. No, you didn't tell me. I want you Vancouver to the trial for. Oh, you went to the to Vancouver for the trial of for Nikki and Amy Serrano. I know you did. I remember you mentioned you were going to be doing something like that, Peter. Let me know what's going on. What happened? What did you do? What is there any progress? Hey, Bill, good to see you, Bill. No Laker games tonight, so you can stay with us. I'm glad I didn't watch last night's game. I was busy. I was working on music, so I watched the highlights after. And damn, I'm glad I missed that game. They look like they're just not feeling it. Well, I mean, they're on the road. They're on the end of a long road trip, back to back. 2 nights in a row games. So no wonder why they're probably a little less sharp than they would have been, say if they had 2 days of rest and were here and home in Los Angeles. Let's see, Vegan Corey, March of this coming March 2024 will be 6 years vegan for you, Corey. Well, congratulations. You did something that so many haters say, that you will be dead. Like, you go vegan and you're missing all these required nutrients, and somehow we magically seem to live and have healthy blood tests for the most part and not die after year. So congratulations, Vegan Corey. Awesome. Hey, Sean Cope, good to see you. And I haven't said hi to everyone too. Chris Murphy, Vian Moyman, and let's see, any other happy fams and regulars I have missed so far. If so, my bad. I'm just a simple old vegan YouTuber. Oh, the Suns playing 40 minutes. How they doing this year? What's their record roughly? They're probably better than a 500 team, 50-50. Wow, how did he kill his girlfriend, Halo? What did he do? How does someone almost kill their girlfriend? Let me know. I mean, I don't want to talk about him much here. I don't want to get on his radar and have him make some dumb video about me. Oh, foo, yeah, I totally remember the psycho Wally George. Yeah, he's from the Southern California area. Yeah, totally. Did I ever go see his show? I can't remember. That was back when I was in high school. I totally remember him though. No, I didn't go. I remember watching him on like some weird VHF or UHF channel or something like that, 56 or something like that. Anyway, yeah, totally. Yeah, he was definitely a psycho. All right, did you used to watch him too? You know who he is, Foo? Travis, great question. And if anyone has any answers for Travis, resources for healthy vegan pregnancies, childhood nutrition, please share that. Since I never have been through that, I don't have anything off the top of my head or any bookmarks I could share with you. So if anyone has such information handy, that'd be awesome. Okay, so Peter, that trial was just an appeal to get a new trial. Things don't look great. They already have lost some evidence, and the British Columbia SPCA isn't doing their job. We went to the office after to protest, but wouldn't let you in. I see. Let's see, Nick D. No, I've never heard of plant choppers. Choppers, sorry. He goes deep in the science, debunking keto and meat diets and the big fat lie of all those fad diets. No, sounds like he's doing a great service. If that's his wheelhouse and he's knowledgeable in that, awesome. Halo, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I just didn't want to mention his name. I don't like to mention like anti-vegans. Sometimes I'll abbreviate their names like VD. I don't have an abbreviation for SV. So yeah, I know you're talking about him killing his girlfriend, almost kill his girlfriend. What did SV do to almost kill his girlfriend? Just kind of curious. 4 years vegan for you, V. Wow. You just ooze so much veganism, V Lamb. I just assume you've been vegan like 10 years or something like that, but awesome. Yeah, 4 years is totally awesome. Yeah, Fu Man Poo, talking about Wally George. 40 years later, his fashion dream is pretty much our looming reality. I think he was doing it more for like money. I think he was an original grifter, just doing it for entertainment, but I guess a lot of these grifters are I don't want to say. I'll move on from that. I don't want to get into too much politicals here. Okay, plant chopper, says Carl, is awesome. Style is something like Mike the Vegan. Awesome. Let's see, with that, veganics, it's a good feeling when someone goes vegan because of what you say or do. Can you tell us the story last time this happened with you? I don't know. I mean, people, I think if hopefully I'm understanding your question, right? But, I think you're saying like, sometimes people say, hey, I went vegan because of you. And I say, no, I'm too modest and humble. I said, no, you didn't go vegan because of me. I may have helped you, but I didn't just say something and you all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm going vegan right now. It's like you're probably already on a path. You're learning stuff. I mean, you sought out vegan YouTube information. So I may have just been a major part of that at best, but I don't think I ever made anyone go vegan. But if they want to credit me for their going vegan, I thank you and I'm humbled. How does SV try to kill all his girlfriends? And if that's a known fact, why would any person in their right mind want to have a relationship with that person that is known to kill his significant others and partners? What? She almost lost her arm and her face is destroyed. What happened? What was there a fight? Was there an accident? Like, how does someone get their face destroyed? What did SV do? Like, was he responsible for that, or did she do that accidentally on her own? Just let me know a little bit here. That's shocking. Yeah, trauma bonding. I don't know. That's sad, but huh. Oh, Peter, sorry to hear that. Very sadly, a couple days ago, a friend of yours passed away. He had brain surgery to remove a cyst, but he didn't recover well and went downhill and eventually bled on his brain and passed away. I'm so sorry to hear that, Peter. It just goes to show the preciousness of life and how we should be grateful and appreciate it every day. Not just like on Thanksgiving or something like that, but be grateful every day. But I'm really sorry to hear about that. I know you've lost other friends before, and you're young compared to me. That's really hard. I really haven't lost too many people, and along young like friends type. I've lost older relatives and stuff like that, obviously. But that is really sad to hear, Peter. And I hope you're doing all right. What? He made a hitman throw acid on her? So it wasn't his girlfriend anymore. So that's what happens? So when you break up with SV, he tries to disfigure you with acid and tries to kill you? Are you serious? How is that? If that's true, I'm not saying it is. You guys are just telling me and I'm just responding here. But if that's true, why aren't like police involved? There's like not enough evidence or something? That's just... and people say vegans are crazy, right? I've never heard of a vegan trying to assassinate their girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. Oh, wow, Uncle. Sorry to hear that, too. He wasn't your best friend or anything, Peter, but I saw him on occasion, but it's still pretty shocking. He wasn't even 40. Yeah, it just shows you weird things like that, growths like that can happen anyone at any time. So let's be very grateful that we are here still. The Kwane, I like both meat eater and vegans. The meat eaters live longer. Should I just troll? Is this a troll, guys? Let me know if you should bomb the Kwane. Like, what is that? If you have something to tell me, like, a question, but that's just like trolling. It sounds like a bot. What do you guys think, Peter and Uncle? You guys want to take care of the Kwane? Unless you see something redeeming in that post, that comment that I'm missing from, Yeah, he's hiding from the cops, so it is known that he did that. Well, it's known that in high school, right? He like stabbed people in high school, so the guy's not like really like known for being chill and peaceful, right? Even his fans are afraid of him after seeing footage of his girlfriend and how badly her face was burned. Wow. Yeah, it seems like if anyone's really not totally demented, any fan of his should be like immediately turned off when they see an obviously immoral criminal act like that. Wow. We're talking about a certain anti-vegan joke, which I don't like to give them any publicity or air, but we'll just call him SV. Hey, Groovy Lisa. Sarah, you lost 5 friends under the age of 35 back in 2007. Wow. All in the same year? Wow. Was it related somehow? Did they all like have a car accident at the same time, or was it just like random all in 2007? Just kind of curious. But either way, that sounds horrible. I couldn't imagine what that must have been like for you, Sarah. Sorry to hear that. Wow. Allison, yes, SV is different from VD. Exactly. And in SV's case, that V has nothing to do with vegan, unlike in VD's case. Yeah, oh, an anti-vegan joke hits. Yeah, no wonder. They're all a little on the crazy side. I mean, most all of them. Maybe there's some sane anti-vegan out there yet, and I haven't met this person yet. But yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they seem to be way out there, like detached from reality, surrounded by like just conspiracy theory, that sort of thing. Whew. Anyway, the baby survived Halo. He tried to kill his baby too. What the hell? Wow. Anyway, yeah, that's a sick person. I don't want to really say much here. I don't want to get on the radar or anything like that. Just don't talk about me, please. Anyway, antibiotics are what you need if you have VD. That's the only thing that will help you if you have VD. So anyway, yeah, anti-vegan is kind of the antithesis of sanity. I mean, we're here every week, and when someone comes to try to debunk veganism, like it's usually like completely like bonkers. And if not bonkers, there's just no logic. They just say things like, my friend went vegan and he died, or he went vegan and got sick. Like, okay, like how does that debunk veganism or whatever? Foo, I don't even want to talk about that guy either. Anjanette knows he tried to subscribe to our channel like a month or two ago. We're just somehow going through like, whoa, that's really him. Like, why is he coming back? I don't want him watching our stuff and trying to find something to attack us by, because that's what he's doing, right? He's not a fan of ours or anything. What's that vegan moment? I think VD might need more help than antibiotics. Well, she could take them, right? I mean, there's nothing stopping, I guess, VD from taking some antibiotics. But yeah, you're right. To really fix her problem, her obvious problem, or problems, yeah, antibiotics ain't gonna do it. She needs something more than that. I agree 100%, vegan moment. Allison, no, I don't agree. Any publicity is good publicity. If you're getting in the public eye for some bullcrap lie and everyone's hating on you, that's not good publicity. Oh yeah, Sarah, your foot. Yeah, I remember yesterday you were telling us about your foot situation. So you did go to urgent care this morning for your foot. So what's up? What's up with your foot? What's the status? What's the prognosis? What's going on, Sarah? What's that, Drew? You had someone ask you the most ridiculous question about if a gross way to eat meat was vegan. Well, I mean, let's look at the definition of vegan, guys. I mean, does your friend know what vegan means? I mean, how does the fact if it was gross, or I mean, any way of eating meat is gross. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. So, ask your friend, how does how does any method of eating meat and acquiring that meat bypass animal cruelty and exploitation? That's just a weird question. Wow, I can't believe someone asked you that, Drew. Sarah, you slipped in the garage, slipped in your socks. Oh, I wonder, was it moist? Was it like from some precipitation? I wonder. Let's see. Thanks. You're icing it, and I can still live away. So I guess you're not terribly bad right now, and it's elevated. That's good. Yeah, I've been like dealing with some dumb injuries too. It was just slippery. It wasn't much, just slippery. But yeah, I see what you said. Socks. Yeah. I mean, I took a couple falls today too on the basketball court. I'm glad I just have a couple. I think are minor bruises. You can't even see my elbow one. No, I'm lucky. I'm so lucky. Yeah, I could have gone way worse. you think you can swim too. Junk miles not vigorous. Hey, at least it gets you moving, heart pumping, muscles moving. So yeah, even if you're just doing some so-called junk miles, it's still, you don't need to have it be vigorous. So like some zone 2 kind of thing. In fact, a lot of athletes, praise the virtues of zone 2 training. So yeah, just if that's all you can do right now, cool. That means it'll help your overall conditioning. So yeah, if life gives you lemons, zone 2 swimming could be your lemonade right now. Chris Murphy, all right, Astral made it home. She says, hi, y'all. And I say, hi, Astral. That's a cool name. The junk miles is your day off. Carl, lots of zone 2 running. Yeah, zone 2 is great. Yeah, I think my problem is I did too much zone 2 running back when I was a runner. But that's great if you want to train to be able to run a long time, a long distance, and you're not really concerned about racing or hitting your personal best or anything like that. Yeah, zone 2 is awesome. I wish I could do more zone 2 training right now. I just don't have the time or the desire right now to add more types of exercise in. I get lots of running on the basketball court. None of it's really zone 2. I mean, I get a little bit, but most of it's like, zone 3, 4, and a bit of 5 as well. Hey, Gretchen Karma, welcome. You didn't miss too much tonight, but yeah, everything's going well here. It's been a pretty chill live stream for the first 37-ish minutes here. No hating really going on, except maybe one guy was trolling. We kicked him out, or I think the moderators dealt with him. Uncle, he only does zone 0. Yeah, I don't think there is a zone 0, but that's funny. Yeah, I think it's just really zones 1 through 5. Zone 0 is, we're just sitting here resting heart rate right now. You should do some more, Uncle, even if it's just like walking briskly. I don't know what your routines are for exercise or anything like that are, but Uncle, but even if you're really like not doing much, even just getting started and doing something is a huge thing. You feel it, you get benefits from it, and you can build upon it. So yeah, it's never too late to start, and it's never too. You can never do something that's too easy if you haven't been doing much or nothing for a while. Just do easy stuff. Walk around the block. Next time, go 2 blocks. I'm saying go slowly and then pick up the speed a little bit. There's all sorts of ways you can do it without risking injury or getting back in it too quickly and harming yourself somehow. There's many ways to ease back in. And those, like I said, those ways of easing back in are, you use them as building blocks to like push a little further later once your body is cool. Cool, you walk to Trader Joe's. That's cool. You're lucky you can walk to Trader Joe's. I can walk to Ralph's, which isn't quite as good as Trader Joe's, but if I need something quickly and don't want to drive, or I don't even ride my bike anymore, I just could always walk to Ralph's. Sarah, your friend Sid just wrote a running book, and he's vegan too. Awesome. Wow, wrote a running book. Sounds like your friend is a serious runner. If your friend wrote a book, I would never even dreamt of writing a book about running. I mean, I'll share my experiences and the little bits of wisdom I picked up over the years, but I would never dream of writing a book. That's cool. What's that being Moyman to Sarah? Maybe she shouldn't slip anymore. I think she's trying not to slip anymore. Poor Sarah. Let's see, what's that? We haven't seen Bob tonight, huh? No, he's been with us for the past few weeks. Maybe I didn't answer enough of his questions, or maybe what? Let's see. Oh, she's wondering which TJs does Uncle go to? Rolling Hills Plaza? No, he's in the Hermosa Beach area. So yeah, definitely not Rolling Hills Plaza. Definitely not walking to Rolling Hills Plaza. What's that, Peter? You got a pair of minimalist barefoot sandals from Zero Shoes. Have some very good tread at the bottom. Hopefully they'll be great for you. If you're starting, if you haven't done much running, especially if you're not used to barefoot running shoes, or sandals, whatever you want to call them, foot apparatuses, apparati. Just go slowly, Peter. Seriously, just start walking in them first if you haven't already, so you can get used to like how much cushioning you don't have there, how little cushioning you have. So, and when you start running, go really, really slowly. Like just get used to it. That's the kind of running mode and barefoot style running where you really want to ease into it because your feet just aren't really trained for that sort of thing. So it takes a little while. Yeah, I had Ultras. That's my running shoe I've been using pretty much the whole time I've had our channel here, So yeah, I like my Ultras. They have they're zero drop. There's a little bit of cushion. In fact, you can get minimal cushion. They have the whole thing. Unless they change their shoe lines, yeah, you can decide how much protection you want. But yeah, those are good if you really want to run in a more kind of a traditional shoe, yet get some of the benefits of a barefoot style running. It's not as hardcore as like those sandals that you got there, Peter. But yeah, that's a good middle ground. Those are great, too. So yeah, there's a place for every kind of running shoe, I think. Anyway, yeah, Bob was at the premiere yesterday, Heidi, huh? All right, Peter. Well, yeah, like I said, yes. Ease your way into barefoot running slowly. Yeah, Carl Baum saying, yeah, good advice, Ryan. Yeah, it took you months to get used to barefoot shoes. It really does. You have to change your running gait. You're not going to be heel striking. You're going to be taking shorter steps. And there's just some, I guess, bone building or something like that, joints and stuff that really gotta get into shape that they're not right now unless you've been doing this sort of thing for a while. So just go slowly. Fu, you wore your Chucks, the high top Chucks to your high school prom. Do they even still make that shoe? That's such a classic shoe. I used to skateboard in those all the time. Really, Drew? Well, we can take an office bet here, huh? An office pool. Will Bob go vegan in 2024? I personally think he won't, but I hope to be proven wrong. So if you're watching, Bob, prove me wrong. But I don't think he's going to go vegan in 2024. That's my guess. At best, maybe he'll go plant-based, but I think he has so much psychological baggage against veganism, like it's some kind of California hippie thing, liberal thing, something like that. I don't know if he's going to fully do it. I think he has a lot of his identity opposed ideologically to like what he thinks veganism represents. I asked him what do you think veganism represents, and he kind of described me. I'm going, maybe because I'm the vegan you know best or something like that. But there's right-wing vegans, red state vegans, there's all sorts of stuff. It's not everyone's from California and lived their whole life here like I have. But Fu Bang, yeah, said the call to meat is pretty strong in Bob. So yeah, anyway. And let's see, Sarah. Ooh, that sounds like stuff I remember. Doc Martens with fishnets, not that I wore the fishnets, shorts and an oversized blazer to a dance once. Your date had more eyeliner than you did. Hashtag goth. Yeah, what you're describing there, that's a scene I can very, very easily visualize and recall a scene like that, or many scenes like that in my memory, for sure. Uncle, there's still a month left in 2023. Well, the question I thought was, well, would Bob go vegan in 2024? I don't think there's any hope in 2023, but I'm holding out a little bit for 2024. But I'm still thinking if I were a gambling or betting man, I would put the money on no. But I want to be proven wrong, and I'd want to lose that bet. Thisby, hello from Vancouver, Canada. Love being vegan for nearly 8 years. Awesome, Thisby. Once again, thanks for proving that you're alive, despite what all the naysayers and haters of veganism say. Oh, you're missing out on these necessary nutrients without which you die. And here we are, like all these years later, and most of us with good blood results, good health, and we're still waiting for that vegan deficiency to finally kick in. And again, I say that responsibly. I've been getting my blood tested all these years, sharing it with you guys, full transparency. I'm just not making this crap up. And as we know, what veganism is, it's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. But more so, what I want to show is that, as we all know, it's not just me saying, hey, vegan diets. I'm not lucky. It's not like I won the lotto. Like, wow, Ryan's been vegan 13 plus years and his health hasn't fallen apart yet. The vegan deficiency hasn't kicked in. Well, no, I mean, look at all these organizations of health professionals that say, yeah, if you're doing it right, if you're not doing something weird like going raw or trying to under eat or just weird things that they're not saying, they're just a responsible, well balanced vegan diet, nutritionally adequate. So I'm not a weirdo. I'm just, what's happening to me is what these health organizations from around the world are saying will happen to you as long as you don't do something silly like fast all the time and like 30-day water fast every once every month or two, whatever. I'm not saying fasting's bad, Sarah, because I'm saying like these long water fasts that you see a lot of these former recent vegans saying, yeah, I tried everything, I was fasting and all this stuff. Like, did you just try eating a balanced vegan diet, a sensible vegan diet? Because usually they go from raw messes them up, so they try these other weird things like raw till 4, then finally they try water fast and stuff. Like, did you just try eating like how we do? Did that ever cross your mind before you started eating chicken and eventually steak? Anyway, Bob will become the next Earthling Ed. I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's see. Foos saying a buddy of his and Foos stumbled into a goth night in a bar in Irwindale, California. That's a weird place for a goth night back in the mid 80s. We were the only two not wearing pretty much all black clothes or white faces. Let's see. Peter says, did I see that Earthling Ed made a video about why veganism is not woke snowflakes? That's a great topic. I should have thought of that myself. I mean, there's some very unwoke vegans, like, vegans that are like just say like they're ageists. Vegans that are just hateful. You hear vegans using words that put down people of different ethnicities and religions, people who are on the spectrum. I hear so much like just mean crap from vegans. So just because you eat plants, if you're already an a-hole, eating plants isn't gonna automatically fix that. You got to do some inner work to fix your psychological problems. VLM, would I support politicians who propose a meat ban? Yeah, I've seen that question asked me a few times before, and I would just really like to see the devil's in the detail. I would like to see what a meat ban means. On just the concept of it, VLAM, of some kind of meat ban sounds kind of appealing, right? It sounds cool. And in my heart as a vegan, it sounds like something I'd want to see, but I want to see the details. Like, what does that really mean? Does it mean like families would be put into prison if they were caught with a burger or something like that? I mean, I just want to see how they propose this meat ban would actually be carried out. Because I think jailing people, that'd be a lot of people, and it'd be not practical as far as an economic standpoint, and from a moral standpoint, putting families in prison. I'm saying I just want to see the details of it. But I'm getting to, in my heart as a vegan, it sounds wonderful. I would just like to see how someone has thought it through and what details there are, because I have to admit, I never tried to think it through all the way. It just sounds really tricky. So I want to see someone who's smarter than me, who does this kind of thing for a living, like a politician, a lawmaker. I want to see how they go about it, because I'm quite curious to see how it gets done. Trini Vegan, our HHV Thanksgiving plate was immaculate. OMG, invite you next year. All right, you got it. What's that, Timothy S? HHE recipes never let you down. Should have picked something from the cookbook. Let's see. Van Moyman, 23 years vegan. Not sure why vegans always brag about it, but I'm happy with being a vegan anyway. Awesome. Wow. That's double me almost. I'm 13 years. I had 10 more years. That's not quite double, But anyway, Yeah, good point, Bill. Getting back to this meat ban, which I say sounds interesting. I like to see the details. I like what Bill says here. As long as, what I leave you, as long as the government is not a theocratic fascist one. Exactly. I'm as much as I'm passionate about veganism, I don't want to be forced to live in some kind of like fascist theocracy. That's, where I draw the line completely, So yeah, as long as it's not something like that. But you're right, Sarah. Any amount of time of being vegan is amazing, for sure. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm trying to diminish people who have been vegan, just a year or two or a month or two. It's all good. Just keep doing it. Time will span, and the amount of days and months and years you'll be vegan will keep growing. So it's all good. Yeah, I agree with you, Fu Man. Theocracy sucks and fascism sucks. So yeah, fascist theocracy would be double suck. Let's see. Oh, okay, so V's bringing like the dog meat ban in the West or the one coming up in South Korea. Yeah, that's a good point, V-Lam. I never thought of it like that, like how they're doing it with that. Yeah, I haven't really read the details of those bills. I know I've heard about what's going on in South Korea right now with the dog meat ban. Yeah, I'd like to see what's going on with it. If they can attack it from the supply side and not necessarily penalize, like your moms and dads and kids and stuff like that, put them in jail. Yeah, if they can just stop it somehow on the supply side and punish those on the supply side, like I guess kind of like drugs, like the war on drugs. They shouldn't attack like the guy in the street buying a joint or something like that. Distributors, suppliers, stuff like that. If anything, those should be the people that should face, potential like jail time rather than like a guy on the street, smoking a joint or something like that. So yeah, I guess there's a model for it, VLAM. How the drug thing works in at least our country. So yeah, I'll think about that some more. But yeah, I guess it could be done. But yeah, I have to think it through more. Yeah, good point, Peter. Yeah, see, it's a really complicated issue. Yeah, Peter, who's as passionate about veganism as I am, says, I think a meat ban could be problematic and for many reasons. And one reason he brings up here is because people would slaughter animals in even more horrific ways, and they would do it in ways that wouldn't be able to get caught, like some kind of black market. Like, yeah, say, like, like there's a ban on, like some kind of like pharmaceutical type drug. Well, what would happen is like underground chemists, people working in perhaps less than safe and sanitary conditions, mixing stuff up and God knows how sanitary it might be. Yeah, producing those same drugs and getting them out on the market. So yeah, there could be some horrible consequences that might make some things even worse. So it sounds, I say that's politics is crazy and lawmaking is crazy. It's really complicated. Yep, that's what I'm talking about, Peter. Yeah, it used to be like prohibition, here in the United States when alcohol was banned during the 1930s and people made their own bathtub gin and got sick. Exactly. So, yeah. I want to say I've never really thought about this too much, believe it or not, probably because it just seems to me such like a abstract idea, something that's probably not going to happen. So I probably just haven't devoted too much of my limited like deep thinking time to something like that. So anyway, so I must have missed some questions here. Yeah, Uncle brings up something else too. When you ban something, often it makes that banned thing even more rare because it's banned, and therefore more demand and desire for the banned thing. So, it's complicated. Yeah, but like I said, if something were to come up like in this country or another, I'd like to read the detail of the proposed laws, and I'll give you my opinions if I could really sink my teeth into an actual text of some kind. But yeah, here we're just kind of like spitballing ideas, Yeah, it would definitely create a black market, Allison. Yeah, I just wonder if it'd even work or not. And I wonder how it would even go. Like, what would be the justification? Because us vegans know what the justification would be for banning meat, but how do you explain that to your non-vegan population? And what kind of lawmakers, lawmakers aren't vegan or anything. what would be their motivation to do it? Would it be finally climate change things or something like that? I'm just not sure how the reality of it would go down. What would even motivate lawmakers to create such a ban in the first place? But again, I'm not totally against it. I just like to see it. Anyway, let's move on there. Well, I'm with Sarah. Let's just stop the agricultural industry subsidies, the unfair advantages, the economic, financial advantages that the meat, dairy, and meat, dairy, and egg industries get that their competitors don't get. Let's just stop that for a second. Let's not waste that taxpayer money on that. Those businesses are fine. They've been around for a long time. They're entrenched. Their products, their production methods, they've been around forever. It's been refined, efficient. They don't need those advantages anymore. I don't understand why they think they should get a free handout. It's funny, like when speaking of Bob, who's not here, he talks about how socialism's so bad, it's wrong. Like, as Bernie Sanders says, we have socialism for the wealthy, for the well-to-do in this country. Why do the meat, dairy, and egg industries get socialism? They get free subsidies, free cash handouts that the potato industry doesn't get, or competing products like, say, Beyond Burgers or Just Egg don't get. It's un-American, it's unfair, and it just shows, socialism is alive and well in the United States, but it's not going to people typically, at least not to non-super uber wealthy people. Not to get political, I'm just saying this is a true fact. I don't care if you're right or left leaning. It's a true fact that the United States does have a lot of socialism for well-to-do, like in this case, the meat, dairy, and egg industries. Jen Marie, that'd be funny to watch people saying it's the end time because no meat. You just ate rice and beans now. Yeah, Angie made us a nice big stir fry. Tons of tofu and rice and some cabbages and mushrooms. I ate a ton of tofu before this live stream. I feel good. I got my protein. Yeah, Giovanni, where's my cash handout from Big Broccoli that apparently we get, huh? What's that, Sarah? People and their Mike the Vegan meat goggles? TM, what's that? I don't think we get any CO2 credits for being vegan, Uncle. We don't get anything. Maybe just a little pat on the back like, good job, you vegans. But yeah, it's in this agricultural subsidies. But the agricultural, meat, dairy, and egg industries are very well-to-do. They're very well established, like I said, and they're very politically connected. They have their political action committees, their lobbyists. They spend a lot of money lobbying the United States government. So the chances of these subsidies to those industries ending anytime soon are pretty slim to none. 2 chances, slim and none. They're just going to keep lobbying, spending money on politicians, campaigns, and making sure they keep the sweet free money coming. MTV is always talking about meat goggles. Did you still watch MTV, Sarah? I haven't watched that in ages. Wow. So anyway, what have I missed in all this here? Have I missed any good questions? Let me know. We've been ranting here. Oh, Mike the Vegan. Okay, I'm missing it here. Okay. All right, thank you, Sarah. I feel dumb now. Like, who watches MTV anymore, right? I mean, we all did, right? Since we're all Gen Xers. Yeah, Fu Manchu, I'm sure he's watched a bit of MTV. Sarah, I'm sure you probably saw a few episodes of 120 minutes, So, yeah, I'm right there with you. Mike the Vegan. Yeah, for you younger people that are, like, say, under the age of, like, 40 or 35, I'm going to tell you a little something here. You might be wondering, why do they call it music television when it's like reality shows and weird things like that? It actually played music all the time. There was a time when MTV had like no reality shows. Then maybe they had 1 or 2, but it was mainly a music television channel for like a long time, like a decade plus. So yeah, you're probably wondering now. You know, if in case you're always wondering, but we're too afraid to ask. Now you know it used to be a music channel, and that's why it was called MTV. Yeah, it used to be music, and now it's just Teen Mom and stuff like that. The Real World, Laguna Beach, and stuff. I want my Mike the Vegan, huh? Yeah, 24 hours solid music, huh? Yeah, the Real World and Road. I didn't watch Road Rules, but I watched a few seasons of the Real World. That seemed to be the time of change. That was like in the early 90s, like 91, 92. That's when MTV really started beginning their pivot and transition into like reality TV. I don't know why that was. I guess they make more money off that than music videos. It was a good idea when it came out in the 80s because all these videos were being made by all these great musicians and artists, and there was no place for them to be seen, and MTV filled a great void and revolutionized music in a major way back in our day. Heidi, you pass by the Boston Real World Firehouse all the time. Awesome. Wow, I never heard of that. Much Music. I guess that's a Canadian thing, right, Peter? Yeah, Max Headroom. Hey, Joey, that was MTV too, right? Yeah, I think so. Gosh, I just remember Max Headroom more than anything. I don't remember like where I watched it. It must have been MTV. You like that? What do you like, Sarah? MTV Cribs Mariah Carey episode is off the hook. Well, I never saw that one. I've only seen a few episodes of Cribs. Jersey Shore. Oh my God. Yeah, I was totally gone by the time the Jersey Shore got going. When I finally saw what was happening, like I heard about it in the media, like Jersey Shore? Who are these people? This is what MTV's about now? The Situation and what the hell? Yeah, VH1. I don't think they were an MTV competitor. Maybe they were at first, but eventually I think they were owned by the same corporate conglomerate thing. Maybe not anymore. But yeah, it was kind of cool. VH1 had more kind of videos for slightly older people, kind of, rather than just like MTV after a while kind of catered to more like high school, early college age. You go to VH1 to watch like the Behind the Music, or Where Are They Now, like Fleetwood Mac or something like that. Yeah, the good old days. Yeah, now we just have YouTube. You can watch any of your 80s music videos now on YouTube, your 90s stuff. It's all there. Music television doesn't have a need anymore. Yeah, Sting videos. There's a good example, Timothy. Yeah, like, he kind of appealed after like the days of the Police when he went solo. He kind of appealed to a slightly older demographic, I think, than like raging high school guys and screw the system, Nirvana, that kind of thing. I think and VH1, Sting, that kind of appealed to a more college age demographic or slightly older. Wow, Uncle, you still see MTV on streaming services doing all 80s, 90s, and zeros? That's weird. Like on actual MTV, or do they have like sub channels like the 80s MTV, the 90s MTV? Because I don't have cable, but on streaming services, like really? Let me know what you're talking about. Maybe I'll check. It's like an app. Is that what you're referring to? I guess, Uncle, an app, like an 80s MTV app. Yeah, ZZ Top blew up on MTV too. A vegan music channel. Yeah, I don't think we'd have enough programming to even make it through one 24-hour cycle there, huh? VLAM, will I review Peter Singer's appearance on Sam Harris's podcast? What they talked about a lot about animal ethics. Let me just copy that idea there, V. Hang on one sec. I'll actually do a Google search for that right now and see if I find it. Is that what you told me a while before? It sounds kind of familiar. Let me see. Let's see. I'll check it out. I didn't find it right off the bat, but I should. You gave me enough info there where I should be able to find it. The US Festival. That's cool, Foo. I remember, I didn't go, but I know what you're talking about. It was a big music festival in California back in I think it was 1908. Yeah, gosh, I don't remember. It was in the 80s, right? Well, that's cool, Peter. That entire separate tent for vegan music at the vegan campout. They just should have played our stuff. Yeah, an HHV festival. Exactly. That's what they need to do at the next vegan campout. Have an HHV festival where they play nothing but low spirals. How did Oingo Boingo almost kill you, Fu Manpoo? Like, did Danny Elfman like almost knock you over with a mic stand, or did you like get in a fight in the mosh pit back when they were kind of more aggressive? Kind of curious how Oingo Boingo almost killed you. Okay, V, it says the podcast came out 4 days ago. Okay, let me see if I can find it. I'll just look for Sam Harris podcast. Oh, there it is. I found it. There it is. Animal Minds and Moral Truth. A conversation with Peter Singer. All right, thanks, V. I will leave it up here. This is the best way for me to remember things. Not up here, but external devices, like on a page on a web browser. So even if my browser crashes, it's in my history now. And I remember it was on Friday night when VLAM suggested this to me. So I'll look in my browsing history. So thanks, it's up there. Oh, Peter, they can play our music, but we can't come out and play or anything like that, Peter. But yeah, if you want to suggest our music, yeah, every album from like, let's see, from Future Past on, we're vegan. Anyway. Ooh, let me stretch a little bit, guys. One sec. Well, this is great. No trolls again. What's up? No haters. Am I doing something wrong? I feel like I'm not like doing enough. If I don't have some guy or person coming here, hey, you vegans, you know what's wrong with all you vegans? You know, you guys all are. What's up? I feel like my activism or whatever you want to call it isn't like doing anything. Okay, now I couldn't do the live music, Peter. That'd just be crazy. Now, we don't do live music here, let alone getting all our stuff to England and transporting it to a camp. No, that sounds pretty crazy. Yeah, we've done some live gigs before, Carl, but really we're a recording project. That's where Angie and I feel are most comfortable making recordings, making nice albums or EPs or whatever you want to call them these days. So, so yeah, we don't play live all that often. We haven't done it in a long time. We've done a few little tours and stuff, but anyway, Timothy says, famous modern intellectuals like to admit the moral logic about animal agriculture, but nearly always stop short of saying being vegan is the right decision. That's weird. I wonder how they can see the immorality and wrongness of animal agriculture, yet support it. Don't they know they don't have to? They're not forced to go along with something that they find morally problematic. Anyway, Van Moyman, no, you can troll me if you want. It wouldn't be the same. I appreciate the sentiment. I remember Travis has offered a few times before too, but anyway, it's not the same unless the person is really against veganism. It doesn't work quite right. It's just kind of too funny, or there's too much comedy or something. You know what I'm saying? Just not quite the same. Guar baby, he does whatever he wants, man. However the wind blows, you know, that's how I kind of see it. You know, I mean, tried something, didn't fix his medical condition, and I'm not bagging on it. You know, I think he needs some actual like professional medical attention rather than I'm going to try to eat this way, I'm going to fast that way, I'm going to eat this thing for a while, I'm going to do this for another, whatever. Just, you know, you should get looked at. That's what I would do personally if I had some kind of situation that where I perceived I would no longer be able to eat just plants. I would, for sure, I'd be calling up the first like vegan dietitian or medical doctor, gastroenterologist I could find, and go from there. Rather than, I'm gonna intuit that I should switch to like have an animal product. That's how I would roll. If someone doesn't have that same sort of thought process, I don't know what to say. But yeah, Guar, baby. Speaking of which, that was my most recent video about vegetable police. So just click on our channel. It just came out yesterday, just barely 24 hours ago. So have a look at that. Oh, see our Streamlabs chat bot down there in the chat. Get our book. I'm still making runs to the post office. I'll be going early next week. Get our book for $7 off. $18 for this full color Happy Healthy Vegan cookbook. Give one to your friends. Don't get them a dumb sweater with reindeers and buy them some dumb cologne or her some perfume or whatever. Just buy them a book that has healthy, feeling, easy to make meals. And if you're a happy fam, check the for your extra super discount on the community page. Oh, thanks, Joey. Thanks for buying our book last week, and thanks for the super chat too.
Channel.
Thank you, Joey. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. I'll take that. I'll accept being the best vegan channel. I'll take that W right now. Thank you, Joey. Trini vegan, lol, right? What did I do? What did I say that was so funny? Otters and elephants. You were a vegetarian for 37 years before you debunked yourself? How'd you debunk yourself? Was it the reindeer sweaters and cologne? Was that what got you there? Fu Man Poo, you're talking about Nikocado, you said there. As far as I know, again, when these people make their I'm no longer vegan videos, I'll respond to them and point out how what they said is typically not based in evidence or reality, and then I just don't bother watching them anymore. Well, thanks, Jen. I'll take that too. I am the best, and I'm the best vegan channel. I'll take those tonight. Thanks. Yeah, I've seen some occasional photos or clips of Nikocado, and he's over 400 pounds. I don't know. He looked really big, and it's ironic because I remember specifically, because I made the response video when he made his I'm no longer vegan video, how he thought eating plants wasn't healthy for him. He was afraid it wasn't healthy for him. That he turned to some like weird junk food diet that definitely wasn't healthy for him. Ballooned his weight out to like 400 pounds, and it's a sad irony. So Nikocado, if you're watching, come back, man. I'm temporarily the best vegan channel until Veg Police makes the diet loop again. Thanks, Vonti. Cool, Chris. You admit our cookbook. You testify our cookbook is a great cookbook, and you and Astro are going to try several recipes. I can't wait to hear how they go for you. Uncle, no, he doesn't look like an avocado. He used to be a raw fruitarian type. And so I think that's where the Nikocado thing came from back and then, and just kind of stuck with him. He didn't change his name ever. Yeah, Bill, I know you're 400 pounds too. Yeah, I'm not bagging on the weight gain, but yeah, Nikocado was a really like svelte guy, more svelte than I am, and he had these crazy ideas how veganism was really unhealthy for him, it was going to damage him or something like that, and then he went out and found a way of eating that made him be like, I don't know what he is. I think Peter's just guesstimated. I don't know what Nikocado weighs. I'm not sure, but he got really big in not that long a period of time. I mean, could he have done that as a vegan? I'm sure he could have, but it's just kind of funny. He was, looking pretty good as a vegan, and he left veganism because of his fears of a vegan diet not being healthy. That's all I'm pointing out there. So I'm glad you're here tonight, though, Bill. Yeah, like I said, you have to come. You are bound to come every time that you're able to, because we will worry about you if we don't see you for a while, Bill. So please always come on Friday nights. You think he's made millions? I know he got really popular. Yeah, he made millions based on YouTube videos based on gluttony. Yeah, sounds like a how I kind of perceive it too. What foo? Yeah, that sounds like, what was that about there? Anyway, Let's see. My thoughts on lab-grown meat. I'm excited for it to come out. I'm not excited for me to consume it necessarily. In fact, I have no desire to eat any lab-grown meat. But if any other vegans decide for themselves to eat lab-grown meat, I'm not going to call them out and say they're wrong. I mean, as long as the animals weren't like exploited and killed, I'm happy for anyone to eat it. But it doesn't have to be for me. But yeah, it could be great for people, especially if they can make it cheaper than what the current agro business, cattle business does. If they can make it for cheaper and people eat that instead, huge win. Zoo food, pet foods, huge win. But yeah, for vegans, I'm not for it, but if you want to eat it, it's all right. It's cool with that. I'm cool with that. Wow, is that true, Peter? Because Nick Nakata weighs more than 350 pounds, he goes on the regular to the heart attack grill and eats for free. Is that a policy that they have there? Is that true? Is that really something Heart Attack Grill does, guys? Let me know if you guys can verify that. You can eat for free all the time at Heart Attack Grill if you weigh more than 350 pounds. Wow, that's crazy and unethical. How could they do that? Yeah, it's 100% true. If you weigh more than 350 pounds, you get to eat for free. So you can eat free for life at Heart Attack Grill if you weigh over 350. Wow. My mind is blown. Wow. Yeah, Drew, good point. Yeah, it's questionable if lab grown meat will catch on. I hope it does, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Yeah, exactly, Drew. You just know people are going to claim that Bill Gates microchipped it or some complete conspiracy theory nonsense. Oh, it's a bunch of ultra processed food that the New World Order is forcing us all to go vegan. It's going to be the same crap you hear about eating tofu burgers or Beyond Burgers. You're going to hear that and then some probably with lab grown meat. It's grown in a laboratory. Bill Gates has a laboratory. Therefore, Bill Gates made this with the microchip. Fu Manchu, that's not true, huh? Saying Taco Bell lets you eat for free if you eat 3 dozen burritos. The only vegan item on the menu at Heart Attack Grill, are you saying, Jen, is a pack of cigarettes? Yeah, Travis, I think you're right. Most people, I think, don't like the idea of lab-grown meat. But if, perceptions can change if they can combat, I'm sure, the enormous marketing campaign that the meat industry will undertake to just like slander any kind of competitor like lab-grown meat, like they've been doing for years. Angie just forwarded me this great article that exposes all this, what I'm just talking about. They've been doing the meat industry, spending millions to slander vegans. They singled out Mike the vegan. They said, look at slide 6. There's Mike the vegan. To slander plant-based eating, anything they can make up. They just throw crap on the wall, see what sticks. Anyway, yeah, it's a real thing, VLAM. I've only seen one in my life. They don't really have too many out here, thank God. Maybe it's a more red state sort of thing. I saw one in like downtown Las Vegas before. But yeah, they are a real thing. Now, they probably have them in some more like, more inland communities in California, I'm guessing. I've just never seen one in my life here in like Los Angeles County, Orange County, San Francisco. But Vondi raises a good point. If it's cost effective, that's the big problem with like Beyond Meat and stuff like that. It's still not cheaper than dead animal meat. But if they can make lab-grown meat at scale at a price that is less than like dead animal meat, I'm sure fast food, they'd jump on it. Anything they can do to make their products cheaper, they'll buy it. Right now they have a weird mix of, I think, plant stuff with their ground beef at McDonald's and their cheap burgers. Why not put mix in lab-grown meat or just have complete lab-grown meat? Hey, Skycross, thank you so much for the super chat tip here tonight. Much appreciated, Skycross. For dinner, Angie and I, about an hour before the live stream, she made us this big giant stir fry with tons of tofu. So I'm doing pretty good now, but we'll probably want something later on tonight. Not sure what exactly, Skycross, but thanks. I would say maybe Panda Express, but that might be too much because that tofu stir fry was big. So we probably won't need like the big feast of Panda Express. And Panda Express, one of our favorite dishes, has a lot of tofu as well. So yeah, I'm not sure what we're gonna do tonight. Maybe we'll just keep it chill. Just eat just something light tonight. I don't know. I'll ask Angie. Oh, it's Peter. There's a spokesman for the Heart Attack Grill Guide of Heart Attack, and they kept his ashes on the mantle in the restaurant? Whoa. Wow, I've never heard of that, Uncle. He said it's not there anymore. Well, that's a good point, Allison. Apparently Asia is making faster steps towards innovation of plant-based alternatives for a large scale. Wow. Asia plays a key role changing the way to veganism, or at least plant-based eating globally, or people eating more plant foods. I'd like to see how that plays out. Maybe there is some hope. Karina just finished watching The Vegan Zombie, and now I'm here. Awesome. Was he live as well tonight too? It's my time. Everyone knows this is Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Don't do a vegan live stream. No, just kidding. If you're watching Chris, it's all good. I'm just having some fun here. Because I was proclaimed tonight by one of our viewers the best vegan channel, which I'll humbly accept. Let's see. Yeah, Chris has been on our channel before, and yeah, we haven't collabed with anyone for years. Okay, Vegan Zombie was on earlier, huh, Sarah? Well, I'm glad you left Chris to come here. That's awesome. Not to say that you left Chris, but to come here, because I miss you guys. You guys are my Friday night crew, Where would I be without you guys? It'd be lonely. What's that, Samuel? Whatever mistake lab-grown meat will have, it will be blown out of proportion by the meat and dairy industry. Yeah, totally. Yeah, they're just gonna slander it, try to just make people perceive it as being something really horrible and unhealthy, and Bill Gates and liberal and politicking, the whole 9 yards. Ooh, Fourth Horseman, that sounds good tonight, Sky. But yeah, I'm not sure if we're quite hungry enough for a Fourth Horseman. But who knows? Maybe in another hour, a Fourth Horseman pizza would sound kind of good. I see our Streamlabs bot again. There's the link to our book, the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. $18, normally $25. So get one. Get that to your friends and family. Don't get them a dumb Christmas gift. Get them our book. Awesome, Karina. You've been watching us since almost the beginning. Yeah, I consider we started in 2013. Awesome. Glad you're still here. So many people said, wow, I didn't know you're still making YouTube videos. I don't get notifications or alerts or recommended from you anymore. It's like, wow, thanks, YouTube. Thanks for not letting people who want to watch our content know about us. That's probably one of the reasons why I say the algorithm doesn't like us, but part of it is just not notifying people. Or back in the day, you guys remember back when we started our YouTube channel, there wasn't an algorithm. If you subscribe to a channel, that's what showed up into your feed, all the channels that you hit the subscribe button for. But now it's not like that. You can subscribe to a channel and pretty much never have it suggested to you in your feed. It's really dumb. You going, Foo? Yeah, nighty-night to you, Foo. Karina, you were 15 then when you started watching us, and 23 now and still vegan. Awesome. We're still here and we're still vegan too. I want to just emphasize, this is a YouTube channel. You will never see us making a why I'm no longer vegan video. It just ain't gonna happen. So if you can feel rest assured, you vetted us out fine. We're not some flake people. We're not going to make a bunch of dumb excuses. We're not going to make a why I'm no longer vegan video. I mean, there's no way I'm going to ever make one. I doubt Chris Vegan Zombie will ever make one. Earthling Ed, Joey Carbstrong, you can write it down. None of us ever going to make some stupid why I'm no longer vegan video. Mike the Vegan, these are people I trust. Is there a way to ban channels? You can ban them in the comments if you don't want, like, say, VD coming into our chat and talking and saying a bunch of nonsense. And I think there's a way to tell YouTube, as far as its suggestion algorithm, like to either not show you a channel or show less or fewer like this or something like that. I forgot. Yeah, Sarah, no turning back now. Yeah, I'm not saying VLAN, I'm not saying the entirety of the YouTube suggestion algorithm is crap. I actually like what it suggests to me. It really is helpful. However, the flip side of that is, like I said, a lot of people aren't being suggested us anymore. They're getting suggested other things. So that's the flip side of it. It's so good that YouTube has determined we're not good enough to be put in front of other people's faces on their feeds. So, whatevs, you can't win. What, Peter? Is this a new video from Vegetable Police? He made a video that says veganism is an evil agenda. Is this new or old? Because that sounds like a great response video. How is it an evil agenda? I mean, it's just a simple. Oops. 1 second here. Just a simple stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. How is it evil to not want to harm and kill animals? How is that? So you're saying if you kill animals, you're a virtuous, righteous human being. But if you don't participate in killing animals, you avoid animal products, that is evil? That's like up is down, white is black, left is right. That just seems completely ass backwards. Okay, you sent me the link there. I'm going to copy that. Copy link. And let me just get that on a browser tab as well. Oh, God. I'm going to show it to you. This is it right here. Bill Gates. See what I'm talking about? Bill Gates microchip. He's just doing this for clicks. This is just complete, total complete trolling. Are you serious? The vegan agenda. Is veganism actually an agenda by the elite to make you infertile, weak, and submissive? Why are so many health seekers failing at veganism? Well, Vegetable Police, I'm right here, man. I've been vegan 13 years. Consistently, continually, and I'm old as F, man. I'm 56 years old. I should be unhealthy just because of my age. People my age are on all sorts of medications. I'm on none. But I'm vegan and old, and I'm not failing. What's up with this? Ex-vegans tried to eat healthy plant-based diets and got sicker. Is there a plant-based agenda? Why is it harder to find? What the heck? And Bill Gates. I mean, he's just completely trolling here with Bill Gates. Jeez. No, I mean, just think, that's all. The only motivation is money here. Nothing about truth, nothing about honesty and fairness. This is ridiculous. An evil agenda. Yeah, it's so evil to not want to harm animals. What does Bill Gates have to do? Why is Bill Gates the poster child of veganism? Bill Gates is not vegan. We've shown quotes of him saying he loves to have hamburgers and steak. Bill Gates is not a vegan. This is so ridiculous that it's like meat eaters showing Joaquin Phoenix as their hero or something like that. He's not, because he's vegan. It makes no sense. It's completely I don't know what to say. This is so ridiculous. Yeah, Vondi, I agree with your suspicion there. That he just likes eating meat. Just admit it, Why make up all this crap about how your hands get broken when you shake people's hands, how your hips break, and Bill Gates, just admit you like eating meat, Why just, I know why, because he wants to get clicks. People say that, he's, his pretty much entire livelihood is based upon, YouTube and, monetize YouTube videos and stuff like that. So I guess he's just trying to play the game, just trying to get as many sensational titles and topics and make money. That's cool. I see. This is why, guys, the YouTube is not my largest source of income. It's not my biggest income stream. It was for like a long time ago, like maybe in 2016 or 17. We got really popular for like a year there. Basically, my bananas video got like 8 million views or something like that. So that was really a nice little gravy train there. But it was my one viral video. I know that was just a temporary thing. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I'm not trying to chase the clicks like this. I'm here to be as honest as I possibly can. You know, I'm not trying to come up with sensationalist titles. I'm not making crap like Bill Gates, the non-vegan, being the poster child and face of veganism. This is ridiculous. Yeah, he isn't even vegetarian, let alone vegan. Exactly, Jana. This is just complete clickbait, because your average, like, you know, anti-vegan moron is, you know how they are. They just link every conspiracy in the world together, from flat earth to Bill Gates, vegan, left-wing, Joe Biden, and all this nonsense. There he is, playing right into that just complete nonsensical stereotype. Wow. I can't believe. Well, thanks for sharing that with me. I don't know if I need to do 2 vegetable police videos in a row, but this one is so tempting and so stupid. I feel like it's my duty to respond to this Bill Gates and the evil vegan agenda. It's so evil for us. Here's our evil vegan agenda. A way of living which seeks to exclude, as far as possible and practicable, all forms of cruelty and exploitation of animals. Yeah, troll money is totally dirty money, Uncle. And I tell you, I don't do that. I don't take sponsorships. You know, I just tell you, you know, the best fact-based information I can get you. I give you my best, most honest, powerful, logical, critical thinking breakdowns. So anyway. Angie, I tell you about that. There's Angie in the chat. Say hi to her. And I was just telling you about this article she told me about, this whole misinformation campaign that's being funded, that has been funded, is continuing to be funded by the meat and dairy industries to discredit vegans. They single out specific vegans like Mike the Vegan and other anti-vegans, and they name some in this article, like some guys on YouTube I don't want to mention, like carnivore people who receive money from the meat industry. And they try to associate it with like left wing and soy boy week and all this crap and just total nonsense. But the thing is that we don't have like an industry on our side like that's funding people like me to do this. I'm just doing this because I find it it's kind of like, I tell you, my duty to respond to complete misinformation about veganism. Stuff like, where did it just go? Stuff like this, that veganism is some kind of evil agenda, and Bill Gates has something intimately involved with this whole evil agenda of me not wanting to harm or exploit animals. Something that Bill Gates has no knowledge of, no firsthand experience of. He probably doesn't give a crap about animals, but he's the poster child of veganism. Yeah, it makes so much sense. Okay, and Angie just put the link to that article down there, guys, so check it out if you guys want to. I haven't read it yet, but she was telling me about it last night. Haven't had a chance to read anything yet. So anyway, yeah, check out Angie's article there. You guys can see Mike the Vegan gets mentioned in it, you know, and it's wild. I'm glad I'm not as popular as Mike the Vegan. I don't want to be the face of veganism or something like that, even though I'm the vegan cult leader. Well, Bob made it. Hello, Bob Hill. You want to arrest vegetable police? No. I mean, he's probably not a good person, but I don't think he's broken any laws yet. Okay, Peter just said about this video that he just shared with me, this one from our good friend Vegetable Police. Peter said, okay, right, I just watched like the first couple of seconds of the video and I want to bang my head on the wall. All right, let's watch a couple seconds of it.
I'm confused about what veganism is. I was vegan for like 10 years. I got some results.
10 years? I thought he was like on and off. I mean, like, you know, really 10 years solid anyway.
Went to the meat path, got more results.
Results. What are these results? I mean, like, let's look at veganism. It's a philosophy and way of living which seeks to get results. No, it's just not harming animals. What are what are you supposed to do? You're just eating plants and fungi instead of animals. Like, what result happens? The result is that you're not harming and killing the animals and plants, and hopefully collectively with more vegans in the world, fewer animals are being exploited and killed. Those are the results. The results aren't about you. That's what these anti-vegans don't understand. They're so like self-centered. Veganism is not about you. Do anti-vegans and former vegans understand? It's not about you. You're always talking about, I was hoping for this, I'm hoping for that. No, it's not about you. It's about not harming animals, having animals not have to get slaughtered for you. That's it. What are these results? This is so frustrating. It just shows that I don't think people like him understand what veganism is. But anyway, let me get back to that. Let's check out one more second or two of it.
Went back to veganism for ethics, felt worse again and again. I go back and forth, and now we're back on meat-based again, and I'm just left bewildered, wondering, like, what is veganism? Is it an agenda to kill us and like make us infertile, or
Oh my God, are you serious? All right, I'm gonna have to respond to this, Peter. Are you serious? To kill us? Like, what are you talking about? I'm freaking thriving. I mean, what are you talking about? Just because you failed as a plant-based eater with your unique, particular extreme gastrointestinal issues doesn't mean that people who don't have that are somehow failing and dying or something like that. So I don't understand how you can generalize from your own unique, weird position. You have to admit that's not normal to have such weird gut that any diet you try ultimately doesn't work out. I mean, how can you generalize that everyone's like experiencing all this weird crap that he's experiencing? This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. What an... Wow. So anyway, we'll deal with that. Thanks for suggesting that, Peter. I guess I'm gonna have to look at his dumb video. Jeez. And he probably gets excited about people like me responding. People like him, I think I've profiled him right. I don't know him, but I've seen the type, and I believe he probably enjoys the attention, right? Anyway. What's that, Bill? 98% of people are meat eaters, and 650,000 a year die from heart disease, and another 600,000 from cancer, etc. What's that Muthu line? This guy was never vegan. Vegan means you care about the animals. Exactly. What's it like in the first sentence? I show you the results. What results? What about going vegan is about results? I guess for him, he was eating a plant-based diet to try to, without a doctor, to try it on his own to cure his own GI issues. Great, but that's not what veganism is. Again, let's look at the definition. Oops, the definition doesn't say anything about curing your health issues and such. It's only about not exploiting and harming animals. Anyway, so frustrating. So I'd have to say the same. Is it frustrating, guys? Are you okay with me saying the same crap every time? I mean, it's the same thing over and over and over. Yeah, Bob, if he put his health first, awesome. I get it. He's eating plants, and his weird GI issues, eating the plants gave him gas or whatever, so he tried some other diet, and he felt good for a little while. I mean, that's cool. He's got to try to fix his stuff. He should probably get some serious medical attention. But I'm saying, that's his personal health history, which has nothing at all to do with nothing to do with what veganism is. It's a stance against animal cruelty. So when you see him talk about veganism equaling results or something like that, that's not what veganism is. It's not about you. If you tried a vegan diet and it didn't work for you, awesome. But you can't go out and tell the whole world, oh, hey, V, I'll read your thing there in a second. You can't go out and tell the whole world, Bob, like he's doing, hey, veganism's an evil agenda. It's trying to make us sick. No, it's just saying, hey, it made me sick, maybe. But you can't say it's making Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegans sick, and V Lamb of Hong Kong sick, and, Sarah in Oregon sick. It made him sick. It's just so disingenuous, and it's just completely, utterly not true to generalize from your own weird health situation and incorrectly, against all observation and all data, say that that's normal for everyone to have these health issues that he's having with his weird, unique gut problems. It's just frustrating. And what's that, VLAM? You've been a member for 18 months. You've been with us the whole time of Happy Fam, huh? will I do a video about the meat misinfo report. I got this new evil agenda one now, the Bill Gates vegetable police thing. But yeah, I should do that. Just probably won't be as sexy, but it is an important story to share with the world. Drew, sometimes the truth needs to be said over and over. I feel like I am just shouting it to you guys, preaching to the choir. We know what veganism is. It just seems like everyone who's saying crap about veganism doesn't know what veganism. People think veganism means getting results. You know, I went vegan and I didn't run any faster. I went vegan and I didn't feel any better. I went vegan and I didn't lift any more weightage in my weight training, or whatever. That's not what veganism is. You can do things, you can improve your physicality as a vegan, but that's not what veganism is. That's just a nice side benefit. Hey, Sarah, thanks for the super chat tip there, Sarah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it so much. Thank you, Sarah. No, I didn't hear about that recall, Jen. Whew. VLAM, yeah, I see what you're saying. People are just trying to place blame externally without taking a hard look at themselves. But they're lying. That's the whole thing. When they're casting blame on veganism, yeah, they should look at themselves, what didn't work right for them. But why invent these lies saying veganism makes you unhealthy? Like, vegetable police, you said you were vegan for 10 years. I guess I'm older than you. I've been vegan longer than you, continuously for 13 years. How come I'm not like falling apart? How come my blood labs are fine? How come I don't have gas and tofu stuck in my belly? How come I'm like beating guys half my age on the basketball court regularly? When's it gonna fall apart? If it's so horrible, I've waited 13 years. When is the S gonna hit the fan? It's not. You know, well, one day I'm gonna get older and I won't be able to do all the physical things I do now. I get that, but I'm saying it won't have to do with veganism. It'll just have to do with natural, normal human aging. The Cybertruck is vegan, Bob? Well, I didn't know the Cybertruck took a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. I thought all Tesla cars... I remember at first the Tesla board resisted a shareholder meeting initiative to say, hey, we should just make all the interiors now vegan, not just have it for some models as an option. But I'm glad to see Tesla, took their what's their philosophy and of lower impact, save the planet, that's their talking points, and applied it to the high environmental impact, the bad ethical situation of killing cows for to cover your steering wheel and seats with. So I'm glad they did that. So yeah, I don't think it's unique to the Cybertruck, Bob, but I think as far as I know, their entire line now, or at least most of it, maybe there's some older models that didn't get this whole redo into no animal products were used. Yeah, V, anything for views and engagement. Absolutely true. Who needs integrity and morality? That's why people like VD make all these dumb videos about me and others, Oh, look at Ryan. Oh, the reason he looks like that because he's vegan. He's going bald. I'm making it because he's vegan, He's not as good looking as he was 10 years ago because he's vegan. Whatever. Just make up a bunch of crap. They have no integrity. They just want to make money, and they'll exploit me. They'll lie about me. And vegetable police lie about veganism. Make up. Say it's some diet about gains or something like that. Results. That's the word. Anyway, I'll make a proper video instead of ranting here. You like that face? That's my VD face. Yeah, I'll be saying, hey guys, so this week on Happy Alley Vegan, we're gonna. That's the pause, and that's what she uses. She has me on pause and really blurry. I don't know how she does it. It takes a lot of work to take my clean, crystal clear, pristine video here and make it all blurry and messed up as she does. But she knows how to do it. And I'm looking like this for 10 minutes. Anyway, that's what she does. That's how it works. She never has a shot of me like this. Something like this. It's always. Like, why? Why not? VD, if you're watching, why don't you ever pause me? Do I not have any good frames? So you keep searching and go, damn, Ryan is so unphotogenic. I am trying my hardest to find a frame that's kind of flattering, and I'm just unable to really find one. So I have to settle for the next best thing, which is You know, it's anyway, enough of that. I know I'm not the most photogenic person in the world. I'll admit that. I'm 56, you know, I'm not as beautiful as I was in my 20s and all that stuff, but I still don't think I'm as hideous as VD likes to make me out to be. No, I don't think she likes me, Jen. I think she hates everything about me, Jen. I think she has a thing for Earthling Ed, but I don't think VD cares for me one bit. Well, thanks, Heidi. I think, yeah, for a 56-year-old, I guess I'm more photogenic than average, than your average 56-year-old dude. Okay, I'll take that, but I'm really, in all things considered, I'm not that photogenic. What's that, Giovanni? Her new thing is now people commenting with no face on their profile. What does that mean? I don't know what you're saying there. People commenting with no face on their profile? Yeah, VD likes the cult leader and vegan Jesus. I don't think she likes me, guys. Seriously, I think she really dislikes me because I've just showed how stupid she is so many times. But she really has a thing for Ed. I think she thinks Ed, that was her argument why she thought Ed's not vegan. She's saying Ed is just so god darn attractive. Ed's hair is so beautiful. There's no way he could be a vegan because all vegans are ugly and have horrible hair. I admit, my hair is not as thick as Ed's, but I'm like twice Ed's age, right? Like, what is he, about 30? So I'm like 56. She made a video about a pizza? Wow, what did she say? Like, vegans can't eat pizza or something like that? Like, what the hell? Huh? The pizza's going bald? Huh? Yeah. The pizza is going bald? How does the pizza go bald? That's what your video is about. How the pizza I'm eating, the pizza is going bald? Just joking. Oh, I go, what? What are you saying, Angie? Sarah says she trashed your pizza so mean. Like, what's wrong with our pizza? Like, here's the whole thing. If she doesn't like our pizza, then don't eat it. It's probably the Facebook one, how all the hateful Facebook. I mean, if someone doesn't like a pizza, like, just like, here's the thing: if I see someone eating something I think is not good, I don't go and make a whole freaking video about it. Oh, look what this meat eater's eating, or even look what this vegan's eating. No, it looks like crap. How stupid! Like, that's your contribution to the world. Yeah, pizza we had on one quick Friday afternoon, and somehow like our representation of the world of who we are and how we eat or something like that. You know, these people are such precious snowflakes. They see one pizza that they don't like, they perceive it to be not cool, and they freak out and cry about it like they're little tiny crybabies. Definition of precious snowflakes. How come you just can't like see something that doesn't please you and just like, okay, it registers in your brain, okay, I don't like that, and then move on? Like, why do you have to get all crybaby precious snowflake about it?
And then their excuse is always, some other vegan was mean to me somewhere else.
Oh yeah, and their excuse is always, some vegan was mean to me somewhere else. So you're saying because some vegan I don't know and I'm not responsible for said something mean to you, so you're gonna pay it forward. That justifies you to be mean to me. And therefore, I should pay it forward and be mean to non-vegans. So we should all just hate each other. We should have a civil war where we all just fight each other with guns and knives and kill each other, right? That's how it all should end. That's the end game. Anyway. Anyway, shows you anti-vegans, you know, are lacking in proper, like, civilized behavior. They have to have a fit about everything they don't like, and they will lie. Like, you know, veganism is a, what was that again? I gotta see this one more time. What is it one time? It's an evil agenda. Is veganism an evil agenda?
Is it like the happiest hippie thing you ever heard? Let's talk.
He's walking.
Oh, God. I mean, he's just such a fool. Is he even worth responding to again, guys? Let me know in the chat. It's just like, he's just making a bunch of nonsense up. Is it worth my valuable time on Earth? Because like I said, I'm 56. I'm not going to be alive forever. With my remaining time on Earth, is it worth me to even... worth my time to devote an hour or two of my time and respond to such nonsense? Bill Gates vegan evil agenda? Should I even bother? Should I do something better with my time, like finish some of the songs I'm working on, read something more enlightening than listen to that nonsense? What do you think? Nah, do something better. VP sucks. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards that, but it might be. I just don't like. I just don't like people saying such stupid nonsense, and they feel like they're getting away with it. So Joey Carbstrong in his speech said, "Ignore the haters." Well, yeah, I tried not to give in to the haters, but this is like misinformation spreading, like what Joe Rogan does, stuff like that. And I feel like, misinformation needs to be countered with actual evidence-based information. Ooh, vegan peanut butter cup. Where'd you get that at, Uncle? Is that something at Trader Joe's? If so, I may have to head to Trader Joe's. Oh, shit, I was just there like yesterday. Damn, let me know where you got the vegan peanut butter cup, because that sounds perfect for this time of year. It's so cold now. It sounds so Christmassy. How cold is it out right now? It is the humanity, guys. It's 58 degrees Fahrenheit right now, man. That is winter time, man. Winter has arrived to Southern California. Allison, not worth it. I can't even watch response videos that vegans make about non-vegans. Well, he's supposedly a recent former vegan. So frustrated. It makes me lose more hope in humanity. I know. I kind of feel the same way. Pasta bars, Sky. Oh, I remember you talking about the pasta bars in the past. Oh, Justin's. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we used to eat those vegan Justin's peanut butter, like a Reese's peanut butter cup, but a little more boutique. Yeah, the pasta bar. Sarah, don't you remember? I remember Sky's talked about this pasta bar before. That sounds incredible. I wish I could just go out somewhere here and go to the pasta bar. That sounds amazing. Yeah, enjoy that, Sky. Enjoy. Yeah, I got some Trader Joe's banana bread yesterday for sure. Got a few essentials there. Some Trader Joe's banana bread, some kale for the Tuscan kale pilaf, some cabbage and cauliflower for the kitchery. Got some pistachio nuts and some almonds because of Piers Morgan. I like to munch almonds now because Piers Morgan, likes to complain about that. So it's my duty as a vegan now to eat all the almonds. Got the banana bread, got some naan bread for the kitchery, got a little box of oat milk beverage. Oh, not even milk. They'll get sued. Oat beverage, chocolate oat beverage. This is chocolate vegan milk, and some beans. And a can of tomatoes. That's what we bought yesterday. Just shared that all with you. I remember shopping through the store. I can kind of recall the whole trip right now. What's that, Sarah? A pasta dress that you wear during the holidays? Very expandable. What is a pasta dress? It's like a dress that has like pasta, like spaghetti on it or something? Is that what you're saying? That sounds cool if that's what you're describing. It's not worth responding to anti-vegan, says VLAN. Better to build our own thing. Ignore the fools. Avocados and almonds for Piers. You got that. Vegans are not allowed to eat that. Meat eaters can eat all the avocados and almonds they desire. Eat them all day, become an avocado almondatarian if you're a meat eater. But vegans, those are the forbidden foods, according to Piers Morgan, because we are second-class citizens. Fewer rights. Hey, Chris, thanks for the super chat tip there. Much appreciated. Sharing the vegan chill vibes. Thank you, Ryan and Angie. Well, thank you, Chris. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for watching us and being part of what we do. And thank you for the super chat tip, too. Thank you. Oh, I see, Sarah. A pasta dress equals a nice and loose to accommodate eating. I got it. Okay. I'm going, cool, a dress with like spaghetti on it? That's cool. Like I have my banana shirts. I thought you maybe had some pasta-oriented clothing. That sounds cool. Spaghetti straps like you can actually eat, huh, Bob? Okay, Peter says that Piers Morgan actually admitted that he does eat almonds and avocados. Duh, figures, right? No surprise, huh? But he said it's okay for him to do it because he's not a hypocrite. Oh, I get it. Yeah, he's not a hypocrite because being vegan has nothing to do with almonds and avocados. He thinks veganism is of some kind of environmental movement or something like that, but when you look again at the definition of veganism, it's not about the environment. Oh, I forgot to hit ding. Okay. I can't believe it. Again, no trolls tonight. There were some like idiots in the comments from my vegetable police video and my Facebook is a hateful hellscape kind of video. I responded to a couple fine gentlemen in the comments earlier today. Say, just come tell me this wild crap stuff you believe about veganism. We'll sort it out in the live stream. They don't come. Like, do they not get a notification that or that they got a response from the channel or something like that, or they just don't want to come and do it? Not sure, but I invited a few fine gentlemen who didn't want to come. I didn't see that. Joey Carbstrong made a point that in England, I guess, only a small percentage of avocados are even flown in from plane. Most come by boat. That's how most food shipments occur, actually, is through boats. And in California, we don't even need that for avocados because there's California avocados. We have great avocado growing areas here in Southern California. And furthermore, right across the border in Mexico, there's some more great avocado growing areas. So they're all just driven in. They don't ever hit an airplane. That's funny, Bill. To Uncle, at Uncle, Truth is an anti-troll spray. Yeah, that's kind of true, Bill. The thing is, often you can like lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Yeah, you can show truth to an anti-vegan, but if their minds are so demented and they're just so fixed on their sad, non-reality based ideology, you can show them truth and they wouldn't know truth if it bit their asses, right? Because their brains have been so reprogrammed by all the misinformation, Bill Gates, and soy boobs and just all the nonsense they've been hearing all these years. Bob has a question. Is veganism about valuing animals or, quote, sentient life? Oh, we'll take a look at that. But before that, I will thank AJ for the very generous no trolls fun. And yeah, I think that's worth it, huh? To have no trolls for like another Friday night here. It's kind of nice, huh? I mean, on one hand, I get a little lonely not having at least one or two trolls that we could deal with for a short amount of time. But on the other hand, it's nice not to even have to go down that road. Just be fully engaged and just a pure, honest, like vegan conversation. We don't have to start at square one. But I will show Bob though, because Bob did ask, is veganism about valuing animals or just quote sentient life? Well, let's see the definition, Bob. You should know this one by now. It's a philosophy and way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals. There it says right there, Bob, animals. It's about animals. It's not harming animals, not exploiting animals, not slaughtering animals. We're not talking about every last kind of sentient life. Maybe, I don't know what you're getting at there, but we're talking about animals. Sentient life in the form of like a preborn fetus, maybe you're talking about, or talking about outer space aliens or something like that. No, that's not veganism I'm talking about. We're talking about animals. Let's look at the definition from 1949 it is. The original definition that Leslie Cross came up with, and I love it. It's so simple. The principle of the emancipation of animals from exploitation by man. Sure, they've added on that definition a little bit more, but this is the essence of what veganism is. Humans, stop exploiting animals. This is all about animal cruelty and exploitation. So hopefully that answers your question. Bob, we're talking about animals. Do you understand? It says very clearly here, animals. There's no mention here of other forms of sentient life, known or unknown or anything like that. I don't think in the 40s even knew anything about like sentience in like say a fish or something, but this is about animals. So I'm not sure how anyone with any honest argument can say this has something to do with other forms of sentience. It clearly says the word animals, goes back to the original definition from 1949 and continues up to the modern definition. It's very clearly about animals, and it's talking about exploiting animals, breeding animals into existence for the sole purpose of utilizing their bodies for human purposes, such as eating them or using their bodies for shoes or steering wheels or interiors of cars. That's what we're talking. We're not talking about humans or anything or aliens. We're talking about the practice that humans have been doing for decades and centuries of killing animals by the means I just said there. So anyway, I hope we covered that, Bob. It clearly says animals. There's no mention of the word sentience or sentient of any form, or the root sentient is not mentioned there. It clearly 100% unequivocally draws attention to the exploitation that humans do upon animals. 100%, it's black and white, it's in there. Yeah, it's been really civil tonight, Jesse. Quite civil. Animal is your favorite drummer. Wait, who's that? Who's that, Sarah? Let's see. Bob says, I just understand why so many vegans use the term sentient. It's strange. I hardly hear the word animal anymore. I'm not sure who you're talking to, Bob, but if you come to this live stream, as I know for a matter of fact you do on a near weekly basis, Bob, how many times have you heard me ring the bell and say a way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practical all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals? You've heard me say animals 100 billion times, Bob. Animals, animals, animals. I read this definition all the time. It's about animals. It's about freaking animals. Animal from the Muppets. Okay, I don't remember my Muppets too well. I don't think I watched too many Muppets when I was younger. Okay, well, I'll try to connect the dots for Bob, because he's wondering why people bring the concept of sentience into it when talking about animals, because people often ask, well, what's wrong with exploiting animals? Why are you not concerned about rocks or something like that? Like rocks aren't sentient. Animals, we're talking about animals who know that they're being led up into, like, say, a slaughterhouse. They see their friends, their fellow animals in front of them getting their throats slit. That's what we're talking about. They are aware of what's happening to them. That's, I guess, why people bring them. Well, how are animals different from, say, rocks? Well, that's one major reason as to how. You came out at a great time, a lot of dings. So if you guys need to get caught up on your drinking tonight, I provided you with many good dings. No, Bob. Yeah, the reason why I said, I see what you said there. You're good on that, but so many people mention sentient beings over and over. That's the point. I think my belief is what you're talking about. People mention that animals are sentient beings because so many people try to ignore the fact that animals are sentient beings. They think it's like slitting their throats in a slaughterhouse is nothing. It's like breaking a paper towel in half or something like that. There's really no difference or something like that. And there's an enormous difference. That's the whole point of bringing up sentience in the first place. So anyway, good questions, Bob. Anyway, All right, Jesse's got to go. Jesse, if you're still on tonight, thanks for joining. Thanks for having been with us tonight, Jesse. And I'm gonna get going really soon too. I gotta admit, guys, I'm pretty tired. As you guys may have heard me, been complaining about for the past like month plus. A city crew has been coming by every Monday through Friday, except for last week because of Thanksgiving, at 7 a.m. pretty much, and they're redoing the curbs, the sidewalks. They're jacking up all the cement and concrete, and we're gonna pour more. It's crazy. They're doing one side of the street then the other, and then they're doing another block down the street too. So it's been crazy here. So I've been getting up much earlier than normal, and my sleep's been really kind of random. Some days they won't be that loud. They'll be down the corner at the other block. Some days they'll be right in front of our house at 7. So I'm a little tired. So I'm just saying, I'm probably a little more fatigued now at 8 p.m. than I would have been, say, 2 months ago, before they started this crazy construction project. Veganism debunked. Ryan's tired. He's getting up earlier now because of construction, a city construction project. Veganism debunked. And I did play basketball for around 2 hours a day, too. Yeah, good point. Good point, Bill. Yeah, I didn't even think about the people may have heard of René Descartes, the French philosopher. He's known for many things. One is the mind-body distinction. But anyway, yeah, here's something. I'm surprised you know this, Bill. Descartes is known for thinking that animals are like paper towels. He was a crazy sick bastard. He saw animals in half because he was also he considered himself a man of science. He thought they had no sentience or feelings or emotions or whatsoever. He just saw them in half. Look, it's just like ripping a paper towel. Yeah, they didn't have paper towels back in Descartes' time, but you get my point there. Hope you understand. Bill said, yeah, at Bob Hill, many think, like Descartes, who held that animals are material automata without minds. And why did he believe that? For religious reasons, actually. He believed, animals have no souls. I think that's a common Christian belief, right? And because of the lack of souls in animals, Descartes incorrectly inferred that because of the lack of souls, they're lacking minds. They cannot have a mind in the sense that humans have. They can't perceive pain. They can't perceive fear or joy or anything. They're just like paper towels that can move, basically. They're like the animatronics at Disneyland. If you've seen Pirates of the Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, that's what Descartes and many others perceive animals to be. So I think that's why vegans will mention sentience, to show that the animals are not paper towels. They're not like animatronics at Disneyland. So good point there, Bill. I didn't really connect the dots like that, but I'm going to try to remember that. That's a great point. Thank you, Bill Seabury. Bill says his favorite band, Delane, wrote a song about Descartes' theory. That's where you heard about it. Their ex-lead singer is vegan. Makes sense. Awesome. Omar, Sarah gave some nice words there. Awesome. Sarah is a sweetie. Yes, communities like this are so great. Yeah, psychopath. That's how I would describe them too. A psychopath, just sawing animals apart. Yeah, they're just like the animatronics at Disneyland. They feel nothing, even though they can move like the animatronics at Disneyland. Psychopathic, complete. Whew. Well, we talked about some weird stuff. Let's see, guys. I should probably get going. 8:07. I've been on 2 hours, 7 minutes. That's good for an old, tired man that played basketball today and had limited sleep because of the construction. Thank goodness they don't work on Saturdays and Sundays. So, yeah. Try to get some good sleep tonight, go to bed, get some good sleep, and hopefully the weather will be decent tomorrow. Me and Angie do our little coffee walk, go get my half calf of coffee with her, my half calf latte. I kind of like that. I tell you, it's a little pleasure in life. Hey, thank you, Peter. If Joaquin Phoenix is vegan, why is he riding horses in his new movie? I don't know. I haven't seen it or any of the previews yet. He probably had to make a choice, I'm just guessing. Okay, they want him to star in the movie, take a leading role, probably make a few $1 million. And part of the time he'd have to be on a horse. So, I mean, yeah, it sounds like, as far as possible and practicable for his values, he might have to compromise them a little bit, to get to do the job. It's like someone who works at a like, say, a restaurant. I've met many vegans, come on the live stream and talk to us, chat with us, who work at like a meat restaurant, and it's against their morals to like prepare the meat or serve the meat, but it's part of the job. They're not consuming the meat themselves, but they're participating in it, and they don't have another job lined up. So that's kind of like that, what I'm saying? Sometimes it's as far as possible and practical. Someone might not be able to perform their job duties being like a perfect vegan, and that's probably the dilemma. I'm guessing, I don't know too much about it yet, Peter. That's probably the dilemma that Joaquin had to sort through. It wasn't like he's eating the horses or eating meat on the set, right? He just had to ride them for a few scenes, I'm guessing. So I guess he had to compromise his values to some degree, to what he found acceptable for himself to perform his job of acting, and getting paid probably a couple $1,000,000 at it too, So that's probably what's going on with that, Peter. I'm not trying to make any apologies. I'm just trying to think of what's going on. I could be like on my vegan high horse, like, yeah, he shouldn't do that. I would never do that. But I'm being compassionate. I'm thinking about people I know, met who, like I said, have had to have jobs where they're handling meat, they're serving meat, and they don't want to be, but that's their job. It's like that. But the difference is, Peter, you raise a great distinction. You'd be good at philosophy, Peter. The difference is Joaquin is pretty well off, most likely. We don't know. We've never seen his bank accounts or anything in his stock portfolio. But yeah, I think most of us could assume properly that Joaquin Phoenix is doing much better than most of us here. He could just not take that job, and I don't think he would go hungry. True. But say I'm just saying, perhaps he thought it was a great script, one that was written perfectly for him, one he could just dominate and own, and to give it up, would be, something he might not be happy with as far as his career and his body of work. I'm just speculating here. I don't know, but you're right. As far as needing the money to pay his bills, probably not necessary. So, it's just something he's got to figure out, and I'll check out the previews. Maybe I'll check out the movie too. Isn't it streaming on Apple TV Plus right now? See what's up. I'm just giving you my initial thoughts without having, done much thinking or having seen it. I just don't want to call out Joaquin Phoenix needlessly, because if anyone knows Joaquin Phoenix's commitment to being against animal cruelty and exploitation of veganism, he used to, back when the Farmer John processing plant was here in South Los Angeles, he'd be out there with all the vegan activists. Summertime, wintertime, in the cold, he'd be out there. He went there directly after receiving his Oscar. That's what he did that Sunday night. He drove straight to the Farmer John processing plant and protested out in the cold with the vegan protesters. So I know I'm not gonna dock him his veganness or knock his veganness because of what he might have done in this movie. I know he's dedicated to veganism. That is some hardcore. He's done that over years. The processing plant's now gone. You can't go protest there anymore. But my point is, he was doing that for years, and you have to have some respect for that. Okay, it's only in theaters now, and eventually it might come to Apple. Cool. What's that, vegan moment? No, Joaquin is out ever since River Phoenix died? What? He's out of what? I mean, yeah, maybe true. I mean, I personally would have a hard time doing that job, but then I don't think Hollywood's ever going to come and ask me to play a leading role and want me to ride a horse or anything like that. I guess it's easier to tear down on my level or something like that. If someone wanted to direct a music video and wanted me to sit on a horse, I guess, nope, we're going to rewrite that scene. We're not going to have the horse riding scene in my music video, but that's easier on a smaller scale. We're talking about like a multi-million-dollar Hollywood production. You might not have such latitudes like that. Who knows? Maybe they CGI'd the horse. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'm just going, maybe it's just, I don't know. Who knows? But I'm with Sarah. I wouldn't want to ride a horse, period. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Joaquin was born into a cult, unfortunately. Fortunately, you have no say who you're born, who your parents are, and what kind of life situation you'll find yourself when you're born. He was unfortunate to find himself into a cult. Oh, what movie, Jonna? It's a relatively new release, Napoleon, starring Joaquin Phoenix. I've seen it on the Apple TV Plus page. I don't know if they're just promoting it for the theaters or if it's out on the service yet, but I'm aware that it's out. I don't remember any horses though, but I don't really watch the previews unless I'm really interested in it, so I just skip right past it and get to whatever I really want to be watching. Yeah, Jokic, considering the extreme disadvantages of how his life got started, yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is doing really, really well. Yeah, got out of the cult, successful Hollywood career for decades now. Yeah, considering the extreme disadvantage of being born in some weird, crazy cult. Yeah, Peter, there you go. There's another point to look at. It's totally possible if you don't take the role, they'll just give it to someone else who will ride the horse for the couple scenes I'm at. I'm sure he's not on a horse the whole time, right? Just probably for a few scenes. Someone else will just end up doing it too. I mean, there's a lot to think about. Again, I'm not trying to justify it. I'm sure he weighed this all out. I didn't weigh it out. I'm just giving you my initial thoughts here. And I'm reading Peter's thought there too. Heidi, I've never been to Wyoming. That does sound charming, huh? To go out there and see all the wild horses. Beauty. I sneeze. Veganism debunked. I'm sick. No, I'm not sick. Just sneeze. It happens. That has a nice rhyme to it, though, vegan woman. No excuse for animal abuse. That would make a catchy shirt. Oh, this is not even a living room. Old Playboy Vegan. This is our music studio. It looks like a living room from this point of view, like a living room with some guitar stuff. But no, this is the living room kind of looking portion of the studio. If I could turn the camera around, it's all a bunch of like computers and music gear in front of me here and to the left and right of me. But back there, yeah, we got this groovy couch. I believe studios should all have a couch. I believe the couch is one of the most important musical things we have here because it lets Angie could sit there, record her parts, feel really comfortable and chill. But yeah, it does try to make it chill like a living room. And then plus we could sit back on the couch there and listen to our mixes, listen to vinyl back there. So yeah, it's like a multi-function room here. But yeah, it's not a living room. We don't really use this as a living room, but it's living room like. Thanks, Honey Mustard, for stopping by and showing some love. Awesome. Okay, so Peter says of the Napoleon movie, with not for a couple scenes, it's a big part of the movie. Napoleon rode lots of horses. Okay, interesting. Am I going to make a response to VD's video? No, it sounds stupid. My whole video was, why are people such snowflakes that they're triggered when they see food that they don't like, that they need to complain like a immature baby. That was my whole point of that video that she's talking about. And she didn't get that. She didn't say, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be such an a-hole and such a jerk and hateful person. No, she just pushed that main point of our video aside and said, oh, I'm going to use this video about hate and harassment as a new reason to throw more hate and harassment at Ryan. So it just shows how stupid she is. Like, no, I'm not going to make another video. Oh, my Facebook is a hellscape of hate video where I showed the pizza that all these meat eaters got triggered by. Apparently, she got triggered by it too and felt it's her duty to put more new hate out into the world about us and that shot of the pizza. So no, I'm not going to play her stupid game. She's so she thinks hate is totally cool. I mean, again, like, how come when I see people's meals that I don't agree with or I don't like or don't think look pretty or something like that, you don't see me get, oh my god, I'm going to make a hateful comment because I'm so triggered, I'm so special, I'm a precious snowflake. I'm not like that because I'm not stupid. Oh, she's saying Ryan is sensitive responding to hate comments. No, I'm just sharing with you guys, sharing with you, our viewers, what it's like on Facebook. Like, here's the thing. Haters want you to, me and others, they want us to be exposed to all their hate. Any hateful comment, any hateful thing, they want it to come onto us. The thing is, no, we don't have to live in that kind of world. If Facebook provides the tools to turn off comments from non-subscribers, we did it. We got it handled. Just letting you know that you can try the best you can, given the tools that are unique to each social media platform. Use those tools to make the kind of online experience that you want. Like, we have it here, so people just can't come on and start saying a bunch of hateful words. We have a bunch of words that will get you filtered out. Our moderators will catch you and ban you. That's what I'm trying to say. I want to live in a world where I'm not constantly exposed to hate. I mean, how is that good for your mental health if you're constantly being exposed to hate every time you use your social media? That's not the life I wish to live. Maybe it's the kind of life that VD and others thrive in. Maybe they love hate because they're so full of hate themselves. Oh, you're a hater too. I'm a hater. Awesome. Let's go somewhere. Let's party. That's not who I am. That's not how I want to live my life. I don't think it's good for people's mental health, young or old, to be exposed to hate on a just regular daily basis. So I'm just showing people what it's like and the things that we're doing to create a more positive social media experience for us. But the haters get triggered. They don't want that at all, So, you can say just ignore the haters, but I didn't want to ignore them. I just didn't want them to leave dumb comments in the first place, especially on Facebook, and I have every right to do that as a free citizen in this country. What's up, Peter? Thanks for the super chat tip there, Peter. To be honest, I did comment negatively on somebody who had an entire lamb's head on their photo of their meal. That's really extreme. That's one thing. I mean, just a pizza, though, compared to a head of a lamb, that's crazy. Even by meat eaters standards, non-vegan standards, to show the head of the animal on a plate is like not normal, at least in this country. Maybe in other places it is, the United States, Canada. No, that's not normal. So you had every right to call out that's just like extremely cruel. But to comment on a pizza that had no cheese on it is just plain ridiculously trollish and foolish. Yeah, Jen Marie. Yeah, the haters feed off the attention. So you just cut their air off. You just cut it. Just don't let them get through, or as few get through as possible. So yeah, I have every right, and you have every right to, all of us have every right to create the social media experience that we would prefer. That's most in alignment with what we would like to see, what's in alignment with what's best for our mental health. Why should people have the right to make your life miserable? Why should people have the right to make you depressed or not want to use your social media anymore because it's overrun with hate? They don't have the right to do that. No, we all have to take charge and create the social media experience that we want. You deserve it. I deserve it. No one deserves to be in front of your eyeballs throwing hate at you. No one has. It's not like some God-given right that every asshole in the world should line up in front of me and shout a bunch of hate at me. That's not how it works. So anyway, Bob, yeah, defend animals. That's what's going on. That's what vegans are about. Either defending animals or making others aware of the plight of animals, or just by simply not consuming animal products. You don't even have to be an advocate or activist. Just your simple passive act of buying plant foods instead of animal products, that'll get it going. Phelan, do I think humans are inherently good or evil? I believe we're both. I believe humans are inherently evil and good. Watch the movie Cosmos, the one that Carl Sagan wrote. I like towards the end of the movie where Jodie Foster goes through the wormholes to finally make contact. That's the name of the movie, Contact. And one thing the alien said, it came in the form of her father, because that was the first thing it downloaded out of her brain. Anyway, he said, yeah, humans are a very special, peculiar species. You're capable of so much beauty and yet so much evil. I think he nailed it right there, Carl Sagan, when he wrote that. We're a peculiar species. So much good in a lot of us, and so much evil and hate and just rottenness in others. So yeah, we're capable of both. It's weird. I don't know if we're inherently one or the other. I think we're inherently both. And that's kind of the contradiction of the human condition, in my opinion. Bob, if you have a problem with vegans referring to animals as sentient beings, remember, they're just using that as to point out, to make the distinction that animals have sentience, because so many people want to disregard that true fact about animals, that they are sentient. Like, they think of animals like Descartes did as walking automatons. Without minds, without souls, he thought because therefore they have no souls, they have no sentience, that doesn't follow logically or biologically. So anyway, well, we can't say biologically because there's no biological soul, but you get my point. That's why vegans will sometimes or often point out that animals are sentient, because humans will, in their justification for their continued animal abuse practice, supporting products of animal cruelty and abuse, we'll just try to somehow assume or assert animals don't have sentience. So that's why they're saying that, Bob. The definition, though, is all about not harming animals, and which happen to be sentient. They just didn't put that in the definition, not necessary in the definition, but that is the distinction. Yeah, souls and sentience aren't the same thing. Exactly. That's what Descartes got wrong, Bob. But yeah, I said Descartes thought, and he asserted that only humans have souls, animals don't have souls. So because of that, animals don't have sentience. That was his basic argument, and it's completely just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, he looked at animals like they were machines. Exactly. Chopping an animal's throat open, the same as like taking apart a telescope and breaking a telescope. No difference, same thing. Something's broken. Yeah, VLAM. Call it what you want. Who cares what you call it? I agree with VLAM. Animals are feeling, thinking, living beings. Call it sentience. Call it consciousness. Call it Z-Box 7, whatever you want. Who cares what you call it? It doesn't really matter what you refer to it with your language and mouth. They have feelings. They have thoughts. They're living, feeling, thinking beings. So call it who cares? Let's not get caught up in the semantics. Let's focus on the actual reality of the situation rather than philosophically debating semantical terms here. Let's look at the reality of this, the conscious experience, the thinking, feeling, conscious experience that humans and animals share. Well, I don't know what you're aware of, Bob. I'm just assuming too. I have no idea what goes on in the mind of Bob Hill. We can play that game if you want to. I don't know. I could be. You ever hear of solipsism, which means it's a philosophical idea that only my mind exists. All you guys don't really exist. There's kind of like some kind of non-player characters that were created for my amusement or something like. We could play that game. It's the thing is, I know that's a bunch of crap. I know that you guys are living, thinking, feeling, thoughtful beings. How do I know that? I don't know how to prove it, but I know you guys aren't all a bunch of automatons. I know from my experiences with other humans that other fellow humans share thought and feeling and emotions, and can feel pain. And if you don't believe that animals can feel pain, Bob, you ever see an animal get harmed? Like a person hit a dog with a stick? Dog's in pain. It screams. It barks at you. I'm not recommending you do that. Have you seen slaughterhouse videos, which you can find online? The animals definitely are not in joy. They are in some kind of negative emotional state. That's completely obvious to anyone watching. But one could, try to take this extreme idea of skepticism and deny that they have any conscious experience, but that just goes against any kind of observational realities when you see such kind of cruelty and abuse happen to animals. But anyway, Bob, it's too late for this. I'm going to get going real soon here. Okay, Bob? I'm tired. Veganism debunked. What's goody? What country has the most organic vegetables and fruit? I have no idea if there's a number one in that. If someone's done the tabulation and figured out who's number one. What happens when you hit Bob with a stick? Great question, Van Moyman. I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume Bob is a real human, that he's not a machine. He's not an automaton. I'm going to assume when you hit Bob with a stick and you hit it and you hit the stick onto Bob with sufficient force that Bob will feel pain and displeasure. And I'm going to go on a further limb here. If you took that same stick and hit an animal with the same force, like say a dog or a pig or something, it would feel a similar response of pain and displeasure. All right. What more do you need to know about animals feeling similar stimuli as humans do? Bob likes it. Ew, that's gross, Bob. You can keep that stuff to yourself, man. Whatever you do, as far as the privacy of your own bedroom with your partner, whoever he or she may be, you don't need to tell us about that. Okay, Bob? Okay, Bill has his answer about the organic food. India. A cool girl. Good question there. And I don't know if you just came on. I said I'm going to end this live stream about now. But whatever time it is right now, a cool girl, subtract 2.5 hours. For me, it's 8:30 p.m. on the West Coast. I start these live streams every Friday. 2.5 hours ago. I start them at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come back next week and we can discuss your question a little bit more. But yeah, right now I need to get going. 2.5 hours in this live stream. 2 hours at the gym earlier playing basketball. I'm tired. And plus, as I said earlier, I've been getting up early unintentionally because of the city street repairs, new curbs, new sidewalks that have been going on for a while now. So I'm beat. I'm going to get going and join up with Angie. And we'll figure out what we're going to have for dinner or a snack or something like that. So, yeah, if you have any questions, anyone, if you think of something, come back next week. We'll talk about it. And that goes for you, cool girl, too. I'm not getting rid of you. I'm just letting you know I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to go away for a week, 1 week, and I'll be back. Okay, so worry not. And if you have any other questions, just keep them, write them down, email them to yourself, whatever. Remember them, and we'll talk about it. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for being here on this Friday evening. It's always a pleasure for me to see all you familiar faces out there, and some of the occasional non-familiar faces too. I just appreciate spending time with you, talking about things in a peaceful, civilized, evidence-based, rational manner. Free of hate and judgment, and I appreciate that you guys enjoy doing that with me as well. So thank you so much, everyone. If you have some more video ideas for me, let me know. I'm going to try to avoid doing that second Veg Police, Bill Gates, vegan is an evil agenda thing. I'm going to try my best, but it looks like it's going to be hard for me to not be too tempted by that, but I just don't know if I want to go down that road. I don't know if honestly I can hear any more of that guy's crap again. After just hearing it a couple days ago when I made my most recent video, I don't know if I can really take his crap again. It's just so much. It's painful. But anyway, guys, that's a whole nother problem for me to deal with. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Again, once more time, the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook on sale. Link is should be in the show description. It should be in the super chat here. $18 for the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. Normally $25. Get one for your uncle. Get one for your nephew. Get one for your mom, stepmom, whatever. Show them that veganism doesn't suck, and support a vegan rather than like Nordstrom's or something like that, or Macy's with some weird gift that was probably made far away in another country. These were made a couple miles from here in Southern California. All right, guys, much love to you all. I'll see you next week. Remember, doesn't suck being vegan, and go vegan, Bob.